This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
No way.
From the Sanosi 1.5K King Studios of Arizona, Israel Adesanya can do your job. Sean Strickland and Max Holloway get run over. The UFC 276 recap show with the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome MMA Holes to the Monday show, the MMA Holes Hour. We're here, we're wonderful. We're hanging.
Who the fuck is that guy?
It's the Mystic Mosque. We're hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
It is July 4th. The 4th of July. So if you're popping off fireworks, do it responsibly, but happy Independence Day to the people in America. Hope you had a great day. Hope you didn't eat too much barbecue. You didn't drink too much drank because, listen, brain cells are very important. Tonight, we are live on a holiday because the grind don't stop. Ariel? Oh, there you are. You didn't have a show today, but the MMA Holes do. You stay right there, Ariel. You stay right there. We got it covered, okay? UFC 276 was Saturday night, and we did a live reaction stream. Our reaction show defeated everyone else. I mean, we were the hot show of the Saturday night. When pay-per-views roll around, the MMA Holes always climb to the top, and it was a blast hanging out with you for that stream. The pay-per-view itself was interesting. I think that's the best way to say it. Was it what we expected in some cases, but it wasn't the fireworks that I was really hoping for. And I enjoyed it, but probably because I was hanging out with you guys more than the actual event itself. We're going to talk about the event. There's a lot of things to start with. We'll do the main card here if we get some saves, and we'll dabble like in depth in the early prelims. I'll let you know what happened in the prelims. But there was a very bad submission. But the Sean O'Malley thing, it's driving me nuts the more I look back at it, and it was just a little crazy. I don't know. Anyway, let me give a shout out to our sponsors really quick before we dive into the entire breakdown. How you doing, Mixed Mexican Arts? Mixed Mexican Martial Arts is probably the only motherfucker that I can stand in the MMA world, so go give him a subscribe. Popping up in there. Thanks for stopping by. But I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, CBDX.com. I'm taking a night off, bros. I've been chewing too many damn gummies. It's fucking delicious. But CBDX.com, the promo code is MMA-HOLES for 20% off your gummies or whatever the hell you'd like to get high on. So just check it out. The promo code MMA-HOLES, CBDX.com. And your first order, you get something sent, a little bonus gift sent from CBDX.com. Shout out to them. They're great over there. Really love their product. I love underwear. I love sexy underwear and comfortable underwear. Sheath, 20% off. The promo code is MMA-HOLES, so stay cozy, friends. And we have Head Rush Premium clothing from Head Rush, the 20% off promo code, still in effect for the MMA Holes, so get it while it's still here. Look wonderful, wonderful. 20% off promo code MMAHOLES and ESPN Plus. Link in the description down below. ESPN Plus to watch your UFC events. Also, UFC Strike as well jumped aboard for the UFC 276 pay-per-view. Love it. If you like NFTs or any of that stuff, it's not crypto. It's, you can pay with normal money. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. I don't know if you still have a chance to get that Adesanya freebie, but check it out. If you sign up if you signed up on Saturday, you're definitely going to get it. On July 6th, they're going to be popping it into your wallet. So the Izzy Adesanya hype NFT in the wallet. Okay. Enough with the Wayne's World plugs over here. We are going to talk about the MMA events that happened on Saturday night. And as I was going through my stuff, I was looking back at some of the highlights. I was talking about Sean O'Malley. Now, I didn't put him on the thumbnail because Israel Adesanya had some interesting things to say after his big victory. But let's start off with the Sean O'Malley fight, if it even was that, right? I was saying how I was very impressed by Sean O'Malley checking those kicks. I mean, he was just stepping into, like, he was loving it. He was, every time Pedro came in with the kick, Sean O'Malley turned the leg and just says, "Eat my fucking shin." It was amazing, and we brought it up on air. Sean actually brought it up after the fight as well. And then the judges, as I looked at the scorecards, noticed that 2 of the judges said Pedro Munhoz won the first round. And it's just, it's bad when Sal D'Amato is the only guy that's getting it right on the scorecard. So what's going on here? What the fuck's happening here? Pedro Munhoz, okay, the more I think about it, Pedro Munhoz, boy, we'll get to the eye poke in a second. But as for the scores, let me put it up over here real quick. Where are you, Munhoz? Okay, let's pop it over here. There they are.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you're looking at the leg strikes over there. 26 out of 30 on leg strikes. And then the damage was showing up on the ESPN Fight Center on the legs of O'Malley. And O'Malley, until the second round, I noticed he kind of gave up on checking it and was like, fuck it, let's let the hands fly. I noticed that in the second round. But for the majority of the first round, Sean was turning into him, and Pedro was just kicking shin over and over and over again. And even Sean said after the fight that he noticed that, it was cracking really loud. He knew Pedro was in pain as he was throwing those kicks. And it's bizarre that judges can't see this and can't understand this. Like, if you throw a leg kick and someone checks it, that's not a strike. It's not a significant strike. That's ridiculous. If it's checked, in fact, it should go in favor of the guy that blocked the strike. Like, I don't know. I would never want to throw a leg kick and have someone just drive their shin into my leg. I wouldn't want that. Nor would I want to be leg kicked. But it's just ridiculous. So anyway, Pedro Munhoz was apparently winning the fight going into the second round. And then there was an eye poke. Now, as we were watching this eye poke live, Sean O'Malley legit put his finger, and I'm not even the biggest Sean O'Malley fan. I respect the guy as a fighter, and I respect him as a businessman. But that was bullshit. His fucking hand came in, it went down, it grazed the fucking eyelid. All right, if you want to stop and say, all right, get the sweat out of your eye, so be it. Pedro Munhoz can't continue because of the eye poke. The fight becomes a no contest. I wake up today and I can't stop thinking about this shit. And lo and behold, I see a Sean O'Malley tweet, and it's got condom head. It's got fucking condom head. Sean O'Malley tweeted condom head. So I was like, what the fuck? What is this? So I look at it. I check it out. I got to give condom head credit. He's completely right. Sean O'Malley cracks Pedro Munhoz. Hurts his eye. Let me just show this picture over here. It's wild. After the fight, people in the chat were like, hey, it's a different eye. It's a different eye. We had to keep on going with the stream. But looking back, this is fucking wild. I said it on air. Pedro Munhoz's right eye was poked by Sean O'Malley. Guys, this is his left fucking eye. My man can't open his left eye, and there's like a torn retina or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, there's actually damage to the eye. This eye was punched by Sean O'Malley prior to the eye poke. He literally cracked Pedro Munhoz. And then even after the nut shot, Pedro goes over to the corner and he's rubbing his left eye. His eye is fucked up from a punch. From a fucking punch. They stop the fight and say it's a no contest because of the right eye. Right eye looks fine to me. If you watch that eye poke back, and I understand, people get injured. It's not us, right? They are experiencing it themselves. We don't know exactly what they're going through in the fight, right? So who are we sitting on our comfy chairs and shoving bonbons in our face? Who are we to criticize? I watched it. The fucking finger goes like this, down, above the eye. Okay, that could be a little irritating. Maybe get a little sweat in your eye. Take a couple of minutes, shake it off. That shit stopped the fight. There's got to be a way where they can go back and dissect what's going on and say, whoa, 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 whoa. Does that eye bother you or does the other, like, what's going on here? There's got to be a way to fucking dissect this. Or look at the fucking footage and reverse this thing. Sean O'Malley finished Pedro Munhoz. The first person to finish, he finished him. Pedro gave up because of a punch to his left eye. It's so wild, man. So wild. And we goof around about Condom Head, but he hit it out of the park. He's completely right about this. Completely right. We were scratching our heads while we were live like, wait, what's going on here? This doesn't make any sense. Well, now all the pieces are together. Pedro got finished. Let me know in the chat what you think on this controversial no contest. I thought I saw a pic with the left swollen. Maybe it was flipped. Hey, Moss buddy, how you doing? Picture isn't mirrored. UFC is... Yeah, you read that. This is not mirrored, guys. The UFC is not backwards. That's his left eye. Bizarre. So freaking bizarre. How could you get something like this so wrong? And people are like, oh, run it back, run it back. We said run it back too. No, Sean O'Malley finished him. He did. Guy couldn't continue. Because of a punch. Not an eye poke. It was ridiculous. I lost respect for Pedro. I mean, here's the thing. Now, if you're Pedro Munhoz, if you can get away with it, go for it, right? But you're exposed. I mean, there is all the evidence in the world, if you go back and watch it, how Sean O'Malley cracks him. He hurts his left eye from a punch, and Pedro's constantly going back to that eye. Then there was a quote-unquote eye poke where the finger... I mean, I have never seen an eye poke like that stop a fight. Never. I mean, the shit grazed the fucking eyelid. And you can tell Sean wasn't like... He wasn't gouging. He was just going like this. Straight down. No fingernails, no nothing. So crazy, man. So crazy. And now if you're a Sean O'Malley fan, you got to be like, what in the holy hell is going on? What is going on? Sean looked big. And listen, I've said this before. I am not the biggest Sean O'Malley fan. I respect what the guy's done. But I am taking in this evidence, and I'm giving you the fucking truth. Now, if you can't handle the truth, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Check the eye. It's not... He didn't scratch his cornea. That was from a punch. It was from a fucking punch. That left eye is swollen shut because of a punch. If the cornea is scratched, it's from a punch, not from the eye poke. If you're just jumping in, there's actual visual footage of a punch landing on the left side of his head, the eye. And Pedro is grabbing his eye. Ever since he got punched right there, he was constantly going like this. He was fucked up. As soon as the eye poke happens, Pedro Munhoz is like, I can't see. There wasn't even an eye poke. There's no scratch cornea from a poke. It's from a punch. It's crazy. Strickland didn't show up with game plan, just like he said he wouldn't, and that's why his ass got floored. He got floored. We'll talk about that. That was fucking wild. That card was underwhelming. Izzy sucks. Yeah, we'll get to Izzy. Punk ass Pedro. Holloway needs to leave Hawaii It's hindering his career. No slugfest, and he walked away with a. He got pretty fucked up. We'll talk about that as well. Maybe don't rake people's eyes. Not a rake. Baldy, not a rake, buddy. You got to go watch it back. Sean O'Malley been training with John Jones too much. Yeah, John Jones, when he comes in there, he makes sure that he can get a good knuckle deep into your eye. Like he goes in there. There's no question about it. And there's some other eye pokes that are just mistakes where like the thumb will skim or whatever. He literally went like that. Like this. Just graze your eye. Graze your eye like this. The lid, not the eye. The lid. Sean Strickland got the meth trailer dropped on him. 2 joints. I enjoy Canadian humor. He poked his own eye. I mean, Pedro Munhoz must have. Besides this, that guy should be a 45, not 35. Who are you talking about? O'Malley? Jones taught us all. You get one nut shot and one eye poke for free. Only God knows. Well, here's your... Now, I wish he was speaking in English here. I don't speak Portuguese, so I can't translate. Yeah, let me translate for you guys. You know, I'm fucking lying. That my eye is shut. You know, it was a nice shot right to the face with a fucking glove. But you know what? The guy said I got poked in the right eye, you know, so I made sure I took every chance. And I tell you, I can't open up my left eye anymore, even though I was poked in the right. And, yeah, so I figured, hey, it worked for Aljamain Sterling. Why not me? Same weight class, right? So crazy. So crazy. I don't want to run it back. Move on. He won. Sean won. Next. Throw fucking Piotr Jan at him. He wants to fight him. Henry Cejudo in the back starting shit while Sean O'Malley's getting interviewed. It's like, what is going on here? Nonsense, man. Nonsense. He poked him so hard the right eye it made his left eye shut. Maybe that's what it was.
Thank you.
What do we got? CN has been a member for 11 months. Let's go. Muchos gracias, CN. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Appreciate that. We'll have Jesse on later if we get some saves.
Super chat.
Alexis.
We need some real evidence of his cornea being scratched as claimed by a doctor.
Yeah, well, we need to find out what eye it is, for one. I mean, it's not a good look when you go online and post something and it's the wrong fucking eye. It's a little weird. Here's, let's see, Sean O'Malley had a post about it as well. Oh, did he take it down? Where is it? Oh, man. There was a post of him with his eyes shut. Ah, it's not here. Fucking A. You pussy. Where is it? Sean O'Malley posted one with his eye closed. Like mocking him. Oh, well. Anyway, so that happened. So it was very underwhelming. That's how the pay-per-view started. That is how UFC 276 started. You know, people were excited to see a big step up in competition for Sean O'Malley. And then this happens, and it's just like, all right, whatever. So we probably will see this again. I'm assuming the UFC is going to run it back. It was interesting, you know, for what we've seen, but oh well. Barberena versus Robbie Lawler. Well, Robbie didn't retire, but at 40 years of age, he gets finished in the second round. He had some moments in the first where he looked decent, but here's the thing. When you're landing, shots that look like they hurt, but you're constantly going forward and getting just hit over and over and over again. I mean, Brian Barberena was just using his face as a speed bag. Like, it was just fucking nuts. And Robbie just kept on walking into it. All right, you're tough. But eventually the face said no more. In the second round, Barberena's like, okay, my power's not quite working. Let me crack him with like 40 elbows too. So now he's carving elbows into Sideways Mouth's face. And Robbie is just eating it on the way in over and over again. And then Barberena puts him out of his misery. I mean, bare knuckle. Just throw Robbie over to bare knuckle. It'd be a hell of a lot of fun. Just put him over there. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing now with Robbie Lawler? The guy he's a stud. He's a former champion. He's 40 years old. And I don't know how many more fights I could just watch him just walk into punches. Like, he's just like, and just getting fucking punched on the way in. It's like, all right, I'm fucking tough. Like, what? And his mouth is getting more sideways as he talks. Like, what the fuck, Robbie, man? What's going on? Pretty soon his mouth is going to be in the back of his head like Daffy Duck. I mean, every time he saw, well, hey, Robbie, why you walk into those punches? Well, you know, my mouth is just so fucking sideways. I'm hoping they punch it straight. I don't know. 40 years of age. What do you think for Robbie Lawler? Jesse says, retire. What do you say in the chat? Retire, bro. He's 40. Frosty from Wendy's. A legit Stalia. I don't think I've had a Frosty from Wendy's. Your Nate NFT was a bad omen for Robbie. Yes, once I got that NFT, that was it. The curse. Let's see. 29 and Chandler. I get them confused. I like eggs and cheese in my salad along with onions. Me too. I enjoy that combination. Maybe, yeah, it does seem that Robbie could have had a stroke. Can't really make too many stroke fucking jokes. My cousin, I just found out my cousin had a stroke. So shout out to my cousin. Love you very much. Get better. Get better. It's fucking scary, man. Let's see. He needs to try male modeling, perhaps. Who, Robbie? So he looks pretty good for his age. He does. He looks. We were saying it on air. Beautiful skin. How you doing, Rosie? What's going on? Herb Dean is terrible. He crowds the corrals. He crowds and corrals the fighters. He almost stepping in on the toes. He doesn't know when to get in. He's all over the place. I don't truly hate Herb yet. You know, he does look like he's constantly overthinking every situation, but he's okay. When I worked at Applebee's, this cook said he used to hang out with Robbie in Iowa a while back before UFC. Well, I tell you what, if you still know that person, ask him if his mouth was always sideways when he spoke. It's very distracting. Herb needs to be fired or get out of the way. Robbie goes disc golfing. The MMA guru is trying to take you down. Good luck. I jizzed my Dockers after Strawberry Frosty, bro. It was good, dude. I get more videos about that guy. It's like, I get so many fucking videos of Condom Head just sitting down in his weird cubicle. I got a video today. Someone sent of his dad walking in on him and yelling at him. I'm like, what is going on? What the fuck is going on? This poor kid. He's such a mess. He's such a mess. But what are you going to do? I guess there's an ass for every seat, right? Let's move on to the next fight. The Alex Pereira versus Sean Strickland fight.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Tropic.
I hope we can get Drake to bet $2 million on Izzy for the Alex fight so that we can restore balance to the universe when Izzy loses.
Oh boy, Drake. Drake got his money. We'll talk about that. Thank you, Tropic Tom. And thank you, Alexis, for the wonderful, wonderful donations. Appreciate it. Oh, that was you, Ryan? Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Thank you. You're not the only one. But you're the one that sent the dad thing? That's pretty funny. I actually did laugh at that, I'm not going to lie. Confirms the theory. Anyway, let's talk about Alex Pereira versus Sean Strickland. Okay. Like I was saying before, I was picking with my heart, man. I really wanted Sean to win this fight. He did everything right on the lead up to UFC 276. The guy hit it out of the park. He made me so excited about that card. And the buzz, I mean, on the internet, it was just great. It was a lot of fun. I understand Izzy fans weren't thrilled about it, but the nice thing was the Izzy fans that I care about got it. They got the joke. Those are the Izzy fans I want to associate. It's the other mongrels that are just like, ugh, he's such trash. Oh, the UFC needs to do something with this man. Like, they need to just go fucking kick rocks. But to the Izzy fans out there that got the humor and the jokes and the fucking, it was childish, it was silly, but it was fun. That could have a good time. Shout out to you guys and gals. Anyway, Izzy does get the last laugh. Because not only does he beat Cannonier, but Sean Strickland gets shut up. But does he really get the last laugh? Because the fight against Strickland is a fight that Izzy most likely can get done. You know, easy work for Izzy, right? Sean Strickland will do a lot of the heavy lifting on the lead up to the pay-per-view, sell a gazillion pay-per-views. Izzy makes a bunch of money, gets a win, they move on. Now in this situation, well, Now you got to fight the boogeyman, the man who has defeated him twice, the man that has put him into the shadow realm. Alex Pereira hits Sean Strickland with a hook that I felt like my soul was leaving my body. I was like, no, please. Why is this happening? Sean Strickland was coming forward. Looked like he wasn't scared. He was like, he's doing his thing. He was pushing the pace. And Alex like, okay, make the mistake. Oh, it happened. And Alex put Sean down so fucking bad. If you look at the thumbnail, there he is in the background, if you can't see it. But Sean Strickland just gets annihilated. 2 punches, putting him in La La Land. When the ref stopped the fight, Sean was complaining, but his legs were all weak and wobbly, and he was trying to get up, and he was like, oh, all disappointed. Dude was trying to stumble around the cage, pull himself together. Pereira stole his soul. Pereira is legit. I mean, if we're not going to be grinding and humping and trying to take this man down, if we're just talking about striking, well, my God, this guy is scary. He's got serious power. He has that Muay Thai background. And Izzy, it's going to happen. You're going to get that fight. You said you weren't afraid. You said you were going to take this guy out. Well, here he is. Now, what does this say for Strickland? Honestly, his street value doesn't really go that much down. I mean, he was kind of overachieving on his way up anyway. So I think no matter what, as long as he keeps with his shtick, he keeps on talking smack and having fun, we don't worry about it. Now, this is a grappling match over here, but he was on a nice win streak. But then you look at the guys that he beat, it doesn't really hold up. I mean, Hermanson not bad, but he just a safe decision over there and it went a split. Uriah Hall definitely doesn't look like his old self. Christoph Yoko, I mean, that's a decent win there, and he got it unanimous. Brendan Allen was a guy that, I mean, he has a lot of promise, but when Chris smoked him and Sean took him out, I was like, I don't know, man. Brendan's good, but I still need to, I guess, see more of the guy because the guy's super talented. But I don't know. Jack Marshman, Norton Talib, who is not competing anymore, I guess. Yeah, so you look at the run that he was on. I mean, not champions. Not quite champions. So here he is. He goes face-to-face with Alex Pereira, and Alex just literally... Let me see. I'm going to go to the stats over here. Oh, why did it change? Alex Pereira. All right, here we go. So, really not much to look at. I mean, so Sean landing 15 strikes. He was moving forward. He was trying to be aggressive in this thing, and it didn't last very long. We really didn't have much to watch. Pereira just mutilates him. I'll show you our reaction if you haven't seen that yet. But we were upset. Well, I was upset at least. Here's the funniest part about this reaction. So it was funny. And shout out to Lady C, Grandma, love you. Came by, helped out with the baby. So Lady C, when the baby went to sleep, she jumped in. And I just want you to see this. We showed her this as well. We were dying laughing. Look at me and Jesse's face, and then watch the sadistic smile on my mother-in-law. Check this out.
Oh my God! A left by Pereira! Strickland's out! Strickland's out! A left by Pereira knocks Strickland down, and then he comes in with the right to finish it off. Strickland's trying to stand up, but he is wobbling off. Oh my fucking God, guys. Pereira just knocked out Sean Strickland with 2 easy fucking shots.
Anybody's gonna hurt Jack.
Oh my.
She's just having the time of her life. I think we got a new UFC fan over here. Check this out. I mean, you're looking at us, right? And and Jesse's she's just like a little grin on her face. She's like, oh yeah, I could do this. There she is, Lady C coming in. The 3 reactions are just fucking priceless. Someone sent this to us in Discord. I was like, oh my God. So freaking funny. So freaking funny. But yeah, that's Sean Strickland getting smoked. Getting fucking smoked. My soul left my body. I was so upset. Was I surprised? No. Not at all. I wasn't surprised in this fight. I was not surprised in the Max fight either. Even though I told everyone, listen, when I tell you I'm picking with my heart, I'm picking as a fan, that's when I'm preparing myself for a massive letdown. And Sean Strickland, that was an incredible letdown. It was. I want to know in the chat what you guys think. You know, I'm sure a lot of people out there that are Izzy fans or even Pereira fans are thrilled that Sean got shut up. You know, a lot of people, there are people out there that are haters and don't dig his style. So let me know in the chat, what did you think of the Pereira clip in the, what's the word I'm looking for? His ticket to the championship fight. I don't know. What am I saying?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jerome.
Did you have the HHC or THC gummy on Saturday? Trying to decide which one to go for. This damn inflation has been stressing me out.
Dude, man, the inflation, the fact that you dropped a donation there, I couldn't even thank you enough because I understand times are crazy, gas is through the roof. So thank you for the $2. But I got to be honest with you, I don't know which one I like better. I've been having HHC a little bit more, but I love the Delta 8 as well. I've noticed the HHC at cbdx.com. By the way, there it is over there, the promo code MMAHOLES for 20% off. But the HHC kind of brings me down. It makes me chill. It's like a full body experience type deal. So I do like it. It's different though. Like the Delta 8 makes you a little more focused. You still feel high, but a little more focused. So it depends what you're looking for. Depends what you're looking for. But I do like the HHC. All right, let's get back into the Pereira versus Strickland thing. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the chat. That Strickland fight was easy to predict. I mean, yeah, if you're picking with a clear head, right? And Sean is not going to the ground with this fight, yeah, Pereira. I mean, it's pretty logical, right? Izzy is such a corny motherfucker. I'm not the biggest Sean fan, but I really thought it was going to go to a decision. I want to see you do 2 HHC. Big Paulie, come on. What's this, an after-school special? You want to see me die? And 185 is for welterweight and light heavyweights who can't compete. You down with OPP? Adesanya should consider coming out of the closet. Sean was just dumb with that tactic. Well, I mean, I'm sure he wasn't going full game plan. He might have went a little rogue. Was it an eye poke? Yeah, so Stir, I spoke about it earlier. I went into it in detail. I agree. It was not an eye poke. It's, first off, the wrong fucking eye. Get out of there. On Pedro Munhoz, if you're just jumping in, if you want to hear what I had to say, I opened the whole show with it. But no. Sean should get a finish. He finished Pedro. That's from a punch. That is not the eye that was poked. And this corny, unless we find out, like legitimately, if those doctor's notes are from, I mean, even if there is something torn in that right eye, which I don't think it is the right eye, but even if it is, I mean, that could be a pre-existing thing. We don't know. You can't tell me that fucking eye, the way the lid of the eye was grazed by a finger, tore anything. Get the fuck out of here. It's crazy. So crazy. But I went on at nauseum about it, so I'm not going to keep going, beating a dead horse. All right, so we're going to move on from the Sean Strickland fight. We're going to move into the co-main event. And like I said, if we get some saves, we'll go back into some of these fights, get your thoughts as well on the phone lines. But Alex Volkanovski, I mean, here's another one. I picked up my heart, man. I really wanted Max Holloway to win. I don't know why, man. I like the guy. I like Max. I don't hate Volk. It's just weird. For some reason, I can't really get on the train. I really should. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing with Volkanovski. I mean, the guy is the number 2 pound for pound. You can make an argument that he is the number 1 pound for pound fighter. The dude just owned Max for 5 rounds straight. 5 rounds straight, Volkanovski carved up Holloway's face and just made him his bitch. Put the nail in the coffin. Never have to see this again. 3-0 against Max. 3-0. Fantastic stuff by Volkanovski. But it's time to move on. It's finally time to say, okay, the ship has sailed. That's it. We're done. No more fights between these two. We've seen enough. And I'm wondering, is 145 getting a little stale for Volk? Is he getting a little bored at 145? Because he's saying he'll fight anybody. Volkanovski is down to fight a lot of novelty fights. I'm sure he's down to go up. I know he's short, but he's stocky. He's like a little bull. Guy's good. Guy is an excellent fighter at 145. The guy is solid. He has not lost in the UFC. And watching him put on that performance, even Israel Adesanya said that Volk's performance was beautiful, flawless victory. Really nice stuff. Now, if you look at the stats over here, make sure you hit the like button, guys. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. How is it 250 here, 76 likes? How does that even work? It's impossible. Smash it up. Need 150. 150. But here's the strikes over here. Volk was getting hit too, but he's got that stone face. He had like a little cut on him. Max's face was a complete hot mess. Max's face was just a mold. It's got to be tough for Max, man. Going back home and, you know, all that shit he was talking before the fight. You know, trying to hype everyone up, trying to hype himself up, and Volk didn't even budge. Volkanovski is like, bro, calm down. Calm down. You know it's coming. And Volk gave it to him. Volk gave it to him. Now, here's the problem with this card. We're talking about the main card over here. This is a no contest. We open up with a no contest. We see a 40-year-old gets finished in the second round, which it was fun, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, okay, what are we doing with Robbie? Like, what's happening here? Then we see Sean Strickland get annihilated by Alex Pereira. Nothing competitive about that. Nothing competitive about Max Holloway and Volkanovski. I mean, it was a complete beating for 5 rounds. This card here is starting to fall apart, and then we get to Izzy and Jared Cannonier. Now, Izzy's very intelligent. He's a very good striker. He's not going to take unnecessary chances. The dude doesn't want to lose. The dude's going to go out there, and he's going to play up and down to his opponent. We've said this before on this show. That's what Izzy does. If his opponent brings the heat, you're going to get a decent fight. If his opponent's a little more tactical, sitting back, picking and choosing their punches or whatever, well, then Izzy's going to do the same too. That's what Izzy does. He plays up and down to his opponent. Should Jared Cannonier have gone 5 rounds with Izzy? No. But Izzy kind of dummied it down. He said it wasn't his best performance out there. He just did what he had to do to win. So I can't kill Israel for that. But the problem is, when the card's going the way it is, and now you got this main event, everyone and their mother knows Izzy's going to win this fight. And to the people out there that were saying Jared, like, I mean, in hindsight, are you like, wait, what was I thinking? I mean, like, there were people talking shit that Jared's going to take Izzy out. Like, people talking straight up trash. I don't know what kind of delusional shit you guys were on. Now, granted, Jared overachieved, and he lasted, but at no point in this fight where I was like, oh, Izzy's fucked up, he's hurt. Like, Izzy went to the post-fight press conference. He didn't look like he had a scratch on him. Here he is over at the post-fight press conference. He's just chilling. Smooth skin. Nice little fancy shirt on. We'll talk about what he said at the press conference in a second. But Izzy played it safe. And he's getting a lot of heat. A lot of the people out there are like, hey, man, he's boring. What the fuck? We got to get this guy out of here. Is he a main event guy? Israel Adesanya? I don't know anymore. He had the fun walkout. If he has a good dance partner, it's going to be a damn good fight. He's got the it factor when it comes to him on the mic, and he knows how to speak to his people. I mean, you look on the internet, he's got a decent fan base. Jesse's in love with the guy. But how many performances have we seen with Izzy? Let me look at his resume here. But how many can we say, oh, that was a banger? Not Cannonier. The Whitaker fight was competitive. It was a decent fight. It went to decision. It's okay. But am I going to run to people and say, like, if someone says, hey, I want to get into the UFC, what should I watch? Do I say, hey, go watch Whitaker versus Izzy 2? No, I wouldn't. The Vettori fight, not that great. Then he loses the decision when he went up to Blachowicz. I'll give him a pass. He went up. But still, that's 4 in a row decisions. 3 wins, 1 loss. And then you got the Paulo Costa fight. So now the Paulo Costa fight, I got to give him credit. Now, I thought he was going to run over Costa. That was the prediction I made. I had no problem with it. People were so high on Costa because he was unblemished. Not me. I pretty much saw this shit happening. But he goes in there. He finishes a guy that's a hyped up dude, a guy that a lot of people were going for. This was a moment where you can say, okay, Izzy's here. He's humping the dude. Like a whole thing. Like, okay, Izzy's here. Before that fight, he fought Yoel Romero, which is one of, like, if people say one of the worst fights of all time, this is it. How could Izzy versus Yoel Romero be one of the worst fights of fucking all time? Well, it was. The Whitaker fight before, you got that knockout. Looked smooth, looked in the Matrix. So you got 2 fights. Whitaker versus Costa. I mean, for Whitaker and Costa, you got some impressive knockouts. Then you had the unanimous decision with Kelvin Gastelum before that. And that shit was like a fight of the year. That was a war. That was super impressive. But now looking back, that was Kelvin fucking Gastelum. One of the best fights that I've seen. I mean, it was a fantastic fight. Don't get me wrong. Great fight. But did it age really well? It's fucking Kelvin Gastelum. Before that, he fought Anderson Silva, the GOAT. This fight sucked. This fight sucked. Izzy was just happy to be competing against one of his idols. It was cool to see, like a passing of the torch. But all in all, the fight was hot trash. Boy, oh boy, man. You have some ups, but you have more downs when it comes to excitement. 4 fights in a row decisions. Izzy's the type of guy that if harm or danger is in front of him, he's not going to go balls to the wall. He's going to be smart. So like I said before, I respect the intellect, his fight IQ. I respect that from Izzy. I'm not trying to take that away. I'm just trying to say, as a fan, do I get super excited when Izzy fights? I think I might be more excited about his press conferences. But by the time he's in the cage, or maybe his walkouts. Hey, how is he going to walk out this time? But by the time they close the door of the cage, I don't know anymore. What am I going to get? Am I going to get that guy that's going to be smoking people? Am I going to get some sort of war? Or am I going to get a fucking chess match for 5 rounds and we're like, okay, what am I going to get? When you have a guy like Volkanovski who is going in there and he's looking to put on a show, he's looking to fucking bite down his mouthpiece and constantly go forward. Even though we've shit on Volkanovski in the past, the dude's exciting at least. As a champion, he's been pretty exciting. Adesanya, on the other hand, well, we got a little bit of a drought when it comes to excitement. Thank you, Martin, for hanging with the boys and subscribing. Appreciate that.
Hanging with the boys.
Appreciate that. That's very nice of you to do that. Now, let me know your thoughts on the main event, Israel versus Jared Cannonier.
Super chat.
Dark Matter.
Izzy is boring but smart, up to the opponent to win. Not main card status lately. Izzy v Alex hopefully is fire. Man shrugging. Core holes.
Yeah, so I hope, I really do, and thank you very much, Dark Matter. Let's go, baby, for the 5. Appreciate that. I really do hope that Alex Pereira, I hope this story goes into that cage and we see a fucking classic. Because this is like, it feels like a book, right? The storyline of Alex Pereira going into the UFC, getting that fast pass to the belt. Israel Adesanya is the middleweight. He is the guy, right? He is the guy that no one can take out, no one can figure out at middleweight. So, like, if you put these 2 characters together, they're big human beings, it could be good. Or do they nullify each other? Is it like a chess match for 5 rounds? I'm going to stay optimistic. I'm going to say that fight's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. I hope. We shall see. I do want to address this, what's on our thumbnail over here. Now, Izzy addresses the media afterwards, and I think he had a pretty good post-fight press conference. He was good for the most part. A little edgy in some moments. And then he says this to the media, like at the very, very end. I can do your job. Don't forget trust. I could do your job. Izzy, pump the fucking brakes, bro. Pump the brakes. We get it. You're a fucking UFC champion. Not many people could do that. Gotcha. We get that. But the media members, the shit talking, the people that are rooting for you, the people that are going against you, the people that are paying for the pay-per-views, the people that are writing the stories. This is what makes the sport go. I understand we need the fighters, of course, to do what we're doing, right? I could do your job. I could do your job. Calm the fuck down. You had the last laugh. You got the win. If people start talking shit, if you want to talk shit on social media, go back and forth with them, knock yourself out. Or ignore them. Let them do their fucking job. I could do your job. What are we doing? Izzy. People are paying $80 for a pay-per-view. They want to be dazzled and excited. How about you do your fucking job? Huh? Do your job, Izzy. What are we doing over here? No, Jesse has a completely different take than me on this. We kind of went back and forth off air about this. But here's the thing. Sometimes Izzy handles the media beautifully. Sometimes I watch Izzy and I'm like, damn, man, this guy would be fun to hang with. This guy seems like a cool dude, and I still think he's a cool dude. But then he says something like nonsense, I could do your job. I don't think you can. Just because you're a UFC fighter, you have a fan base, you have a platform right now. I don't know if you can do all the job of these media members, these fucking knuckleheads that are writing these dopey stories, or if you could produce shit. I don't think you can. You have people doing that job for you on your YouTube channel and whatever you do with media. You're fantastic at your job. Do your job. Why are you telling other people how to do their job? Their job is to be an asshole. Media members are assholes. Like that's how it is. No matter if it's in the UFC, if it's about politics, if it's in other team sports, media, their job is to get the headlines. Their job is to pull from the interview and get clicks. By them getting clicks, by them getting people to talk about it, you guys are going to get more pay-per-views. That's how it works. This is not fucking brain surgery. This really isn't brain surgery. Let them be knuckleheads. Let them do their thing. Don't fucking give them a lecture at the... Like, what? Like, all right. Hey, guys, I really respect you, but I just want to say this. And he did say he respects them, or he said something before. Actually, you know what? I'll pull up the actual thing, what he said. My head was spinning when he said... I'm like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me see if I can pull it up. I should have had it queued up here. It's just like, that's the problem. That is the problem. Izzy does things where you're like, oh, okay, I can root for this guy. And then he'll fucking say something like that. And you're like, oh, dude, you just, like, you sound like a moron. Okay, let's see if I can pull it up here. Israel Adesanya. I could do your job. Trust. What is French manicure? And hey, if that's what you want to do, that's cool. No problem with that. It just drives me nuts, man. It drives me nuts. Because, like I said, he's probably a really cool dude. Okay, here we go.
I can do your job.
That's got to be a soundbite.
But just remember this. You guys have a job to do. And I'm not criticizing you guys in particular. I kind of am. But just...
What? What does that even fucking mean?
And I'm not criticizing you guys in particular. I kind of am.
You're not criticizing. I kind of am. No, you are criticizing. Just say, hey, I'm about to light you motherfuckers up. You guys ready? Get your pens out. Get ready to write the fucking headline. Hey, Chris over there watching on your YouTube channel. Make sure to throw this on a thumbnail.
But just remember this. I can do your job. I can do your job. You can never do my job.
Listen. What Izzy does, yeah, we can't do it. It's pretty true. But to go around and say you could do all their jobs? No. No, you can't. You mean you could be a professional asshole? Like go out there and fucking write these stories and I don't know. Some of these people are journalists. Some people went to journalism school. So you're going to go to journalism school now? What are we doing? Like, oh, wait, hold on a second. Are you going to be doing a YouTube channel? You could do production? You could do that? You can't just generally say you could do their job. Like you're just lumping everyone up together.
Just remember that. I could do your job. Trust me. I got freestyle bender. David runs that shit, but if I wanted to, if I had the time, I could.
Freestyle bender is what? His YouTube channel? He goes, but someone else is running it. Dude, what the fuck? So you can't do it. If you have someone else running your fucking YouTube channel, you clearly can't do it.
I got freestyle bender. David runs that shit, but if I wanted to, if I had the time, I could. And
so you just admitted that you can't do it.
And I appreciate you guys for what you do, but not just for me, but for other fighters, man. Be mindful with your words. Be mindful with the way you clickbait.
Be mindful with your words. But when I beat Paulo Costa, I'm going to fuck him in the ass. Be mindful with your words. But if it's your actions, fuck a man in the ass after you beat him. Pot kettle?
For me, but for other fighters, man, be mindful with your words. Be mindful with the way you clickbait. That shit is weak.
Is it not weak after you defeat a human being inside an octagon and they are bent over with their ass cheeks right in your face and you just fucking plow that big fucking eggplant right between those fucking cheeks? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Be mindful with your words. Be mindful with the way you clickbait. That shit is weak. That shit is weak because I know how YouTube works now and I know how these interviews work. I'm glad I have my own network, but just be mindful because I can do your job and you can't do mine.
Izzy, when you're done with this career, when you're done being a UFC fighter and you want to be a media personality, you want to be like Chael, right? Hate to break it to you, Mr. Chael is using the clickbait headlines. That's Chael fucking Sonnen. That's all these former fighters that are going into the media, I can do your job, is literally doing what you're telling them not to do. So what are you saying, Izzy? Hey, guys, don't use clickbait. Don't get views. Don't fucking put food on your family's plate. Don't do that. Don't fucking increase the pay-per-view buys by talking about me and my fights. Don't do that. Let's just have a friend. Look, what the fuck are you saying, bro? How many times have you been punched in the fucking head?
Just remember that. Thank you.
Oh, I'll remember that. What? The fuck? I watched this so many fucking times. I'm looking at Jesse. I'm like, Jess, what the fuck is this? What is he saying? What kind of nonsense is he spewing? Bro, you just won the fight. Go to your after party. Party. Have a great time. People are going to write the shit regardless. What are you doing? Like, what are you... We just used your clip and put it on our fucking thumbnail. Let me know what you think in the chat. Izzy Fu can walk in, and lead up to Cannonier with nothing but clickbait. Yeah, I know. Oh no! Oh no!
You make him lose the fight terribly inside of the cage. You make him spread his ass cheeks. Now you enter his backstage and you fill it with your rage. Come on,
I can do your job.
Stylebender, one fight. Izzy is inside Costa. Izzy is inside Costa.
Am I losing my mind? What's going on here?
It's so big.
Shout out to Mike K. Let's go. Best community in the world. That man just gave a lecture. That guy. Makes no sense. I mean, I can't even wrap my head around it. Now listen, Izzy is the middleweight guy. Izzy has a chance to be the middleweight GOAT. He really does. He keeps on defending over here. I mean, if he beats Anderson's record and he's clean, I mean, there's no way around it. Izzy is a fantastic athlete. Nothing bad about Izzy being an athlete. Izzy exciting? Not the most, but he has that in him. He can be exciting. So that is the reason why I will always continue watching Izzy fight. I like Izzy on the mic for the most part. I enjoy his banter back and forth. Sometimes I think he's a little cuckoo, a little crazy with what he's saying, his anime shit or whatever the fuck, you know, the cartoon stuff, whatever, the painted nails. Not my cup of tea, but at the same time, I get it, man. You do you. Sell your brand, knock yourself out great. It's this shit. This is the problem. He's lecturing media members, telling media members how to do their job. I don't understand. The guys that fucking... The clickbait is why people are watching your pay-per-views. Fucking stupid. Dumbest shit ever. Now, I think, I don't know, maybe he had a moment, I don't know. Or maybe it's the thing, maybe some fighters are just, like, as much of a beast they are in the cage, there is this insecurity or this hurt. Maybe when you achieve that level of fame, the negative that does come your way eventually breaks you down and you fucking have a moment like this. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just had enough. You know, the fucking, you know, one article rubs him the wrong way, a misquote, and he's fucking losing his mind. I mean, we're sitting there with Dana White. Dana White shits on the media constantly. And listen, the media is a bunch of assholes. Don't get me wrong. But those assholes with the clickbait stories, those are the reasons why everything is getting amped up and juiced up. And these crazy stories that are going around, the tabloid stuff, is what casuals chew and eat up. That's what they consume. So let them do their job. If you don't like it, don't read it. If you don't like it, don't click it. If you think they're telling a lie, you go on your social media, mega platform, and say, bro, this is not even real. Move on. You don't fucking tell them how to do their job. I like, what the fuck? You're going to go to another fight? Like, worry about your job. That's my 2 cents. Now, we got some business to take care of here on the MMA-Holes. I want to really dive into this card some more, and I want to know what you guys think about the card, but I need a little bit of help. We're going to 5 minutes on the clock. We're going to start this clock over here. This segment's called Save the Show. Any donation that we get in, we'll add on to the clock. So whatever number it is, we're going to add that on to the clock. $2, 2 minutes, $5, 5 minutes, $10, 10 minutes, so on and so forth. Whatever comes in within that time limit of 5 minutes, we will extend the show. Let's get at least 15 minutes so we can take some phone calls from the Discord. Please help out the show. Drop a dono. If you can't, no problems. We'll be live back on Wednesday night. We have Rodriguez, RoboCop, which I'm actually really excited about. Gregory Rodriguez coming on the show. The guy that looks like Obama, who is scary as Fook. Gregory Rodriguez. Whoa. That's loud. Hold on a second. This man over here, this guy's killing people. Julian Marquez getting fucking smoked. Look at this. Ready? Bang! Down. I wish I could hit someone and their arms just fly back and they fall. I mean, I could never have that ability. This guy's an animal. He's coming on Wednesday night. So if you get no saves, at least you're going to get that on Wednesday night. RoboCop. Let's go, baby.
You know, I just feel so special.
We got a hero here, Sanosi.
I've got a special face. Attention is short, bust to outer space. Mine in a special place. GSP abducted me. I'm from an alien race.
What?
Special face. Special face.
Come on, baby.
Special face.
Shout out to the 1.5K King.
I have things I need to say. Save the show.
Thank you, Sanosi, for the $11 donation. We got a guaranteed 11 minutes. Appreciate that support. Let's go. Drop a Sanosi in the chat. Appreciate you, my man. You're the best. Uh-oh. Oh, D-Red. Come on.
Come on,
get loud.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Look at the MMA-Holes in the crowd. That's Sean Harper. D-Rest.
Bathe in snow. I mean, save the show.
Bathe in snow. Thank you for the $6 donation. 17 minutes guaranteed. We're going to be taking some phone calls. We'll be going deep into the evening. Let's find out. Appreciate the support. D-Rest, Sonosi. What do we got? Anything else with 3 minutes remaining on the clock?
Merry Christmas.
It's Christmas.
My name is Troll, and I'm a special hole. I'm shirtless and alone again. Internet is my only friend. It's Christmas.
Hooray!
I sit and watch MMA. No girlfriend this year,
But I have my hand. Everybody sing.
Sit in front of computers, making fun of people. No avatar to hide my gremlin face. Oh yes, it's Christmas, I am so hideous. Maybe Santa will bring me a pocket pussy.
Oh, Christmas in July.
Save the show.
Come on, baby. We got 29 minutes. Thank you so much, Mike H. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful. Very generous of you dropping the $12 Christmas donation. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
One of my faves. All right, so we're going to be taking some phone calls. Let's see if we get any more saves here as we are fired up for a UFC 276 recap. Whoa, Steve!
Take a gummy, man. You are freaking on Izzy Lamau.
I'm going a little hard on Izzy. I am. Maybe I need a gummy. $50 donation. Come on. I'm going to add 50 onto it. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, super
Holy
chat.
smokes, Kevin from Chicago.
Save the show. Don't F around.
Oh my God, Kevin from Chicago coming in now too. What? What?
Oh, super
Kendall's coming
chat.
in as well. Oh my God.
R.I.P. Guido's dad.
R.I.P. to Guido's dad. Yes, I am very sorry about. Did he pass? Did he pass? Oh man, if he did pass, R.I.P. to Guido's dad. 86 minutes on the clock. And by the way, Sober Carl, we haven't heard from Sober Carl. I hope Sober Carl's okay. I did see on the Discord that people are like, he's MIA. So Sober Carl, I hope you're okay, buddy, man. We love you. Hope Sober Carl's okay. All right, so 1 minute left in the saves, and right now we put 86 on the clock. We get any more time here with 55 seconds left on the clock. Colby Covington from Chubbs.
Colby Covington wants to kiss your hand. Donald Trump, can I kiss your hand? Kiss your hand, kiss your hand. Trump, you have a delicious hand. A lot.
It is Izzy's fault and I roasted him on Twitter and I don't care because you can't want to be Conor McGregor and be scared to take a punch. Save the show.
Thank you very much, Chubbs, for the donation. We're going to have some very interesting calls. We have 26 seconds left. You want to add on to the 91. Drop a donation. Big thank you to everyone that keeps supporting the show. Really appreciate the help, guys and gals.
That's why I wanted a fan, a sold-out crowd to walk out that tunnel, blow the roof off this place, and look over and see my son like, wow, Dad, that's you. And see the look on his face. Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
You make me feel so
Dad.
Daddy Cowboy. I can't believe she did it.
Make me feel so proud. Daddy Cowboy. Don't cry, Daddy Cowboy, don't cry. You're making me feel so proud.
And see the look on his
Daddy
face.
Cowboy.
Wow, Dad. Wow, Dad.
Happy 4th of July, fireworks, sparkler, US outlying islands, eagle, hamburger, hot dog. Cheers, clinking beer mugs, to my favorite MMA fighter Cowboy. I will miss you fighting in the octagon, crying face, happy retirement, middle finger.
Thank you so much, NH. I appreciate that. Let's put an hour and 40 on the clock over here. Let's go deep into the evening. Thank you very much to Ann H. the Knitter and everyone that donated, help support the show. Now, usually we just take the number, just add it to the clock over there. I'm going to do the appropriate timing over here. We put 140 on the clock. We're going to take there's the fireworks. It is 4th of July. we have chosen to be with the people, the MMA-Holes. We had a massive card that happened this weekend, and it was a little underwhelming at moments. And Cowboy Cerrone, he has retired. We got to get into that, the story of Cowboy. We have some other preliminary stories to get to as well. But the people have saved the show. A big round of applause for the people that got it done tonight. Thank you so much. When we come back, we're going to take calls. It's on Discord, and Jesse will be able to take some calls as well. Discord's how you do it. There's a link in the description. You find the MMA-Holes icon. It's actually on the right of the Discord. You can see our little logo there. You hit call, stay in the queue. We'll take everyone's call tonight. I'm going to play a quick break from our sponsors, and then we're going to hear from the people, the MMA-Holes. Very excited to hear your beautiful voices. We'll be right back after this quick break. Daddy Cowboy.
Cause I'm a CBDX.com boy. We sell legal, Delta ATHC. It will get you very stoned. We sell gummies, yeah. Buzz-based oil in a cell, and they post on Twitter. Oh yeah, hey, on CBDX.com. You better get with them. You're gonna get real high. You're gonna get that tree. You're gonna get real down loud from the island boys. You're gonna get all down. And so from the ground, you be smoking bud, you be smoking trees. We're a different breed. You smoking green and purple, and then you could hurt, yeah. You better get with CBDX.com, cause we some CBDX.com boy. You better tap in on the website, Island Boys, right now.
The goats.
Let's be honest, when it comes to underwear, there's nothing more important than comfort. Why empty your pockets for generic underwear that loses comfort, quality, and style when you can slip into a pair of Sheath and get even more out of your daily wear? With Sheath underwear, you can treat your jewels like royalty as they are given their own private sanctum, keeping them secure and you in a state of bliss. Get 20% off Sheath now using promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES with the link in the description below.
And for the ladies?
Absolutely! Sheath isn't just for men. Ladies can now experience Sheath's style, comfort, and functionality too. Sheath for women is crafted using a signature modal elastane fabric blend for form-fitting breathability that will not affect the natural pH environment or the microclimate of the skin while producing that long-lasting, unimpeded comfort. Use promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES for 20% off at sheathunderwear.com.
All right, peeps, let's get into the phone calls. If you are just jumping into the show, welcome to the MMA-Holes recap of UFC 276.
The MMA-Holes hour here.
Whoa, no need for more music. Yeah, so we're going to be taking some phone calls through our Discord down below in the description. You can check it out for yourself. We got a lot of things to talk about. I just went on my Izzy rant about what he said to the media afterwards. We spoke about the performances on the main card, but we haven't really dabbled into the preliminaries. So let me just go through the prelims really quick, and then we will take the calls. As the Jessica Rose Clark, oh man, her arm got twisted in all the wrong directions. And hold on, let me put her up over here. She actually put something on her social, and it was kind of sad, man. I actually felt bad for her. You know, you don't want to see fighters actually get injured where they have to have surgery and stuff. You know, we horse around, we clown a lot on the show, but you don't want fighters getting like seriously injured. And that arm was not going in the right directions. Here's what Jess had to say.
Well, that sucked. Just got back from the hospital. I'm probably gonna need
Oh, I'm sorry, I was beating off. I'm sorry, let me put that back in.
surgery on my elbow. She did a really good job of continuing to armbar me after I tapped, but that's fine. It is what it is. I felt great, you know. I still I cried the entire time I was at the hospital. But I'm feeling alright, you know. I'm understandably heartbroken. But I did everything right this camp. And I'm gonna have this surgery and heal up and then come back and be better. And that's all I can do. But I tell you what, that walkout, oh my God. That was everything I've ever dreamed of. That was incredible. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for the opportunities that I have.
It is, I mean, I'm horsing around here, but yeah, it's pretty heartbreaking, man. You feel bad, right? This is her life. Like, this is what she loves to do. And to get taken out like that, your arm getting broken by still your ankle. She didn't steal her ankle, she stole her arm.
Wonderful.
Anyway, yeah, so Jessica Rose Clark lost the first fight on there. Macy Barber got the unanimous decision. Macy's a G. She did what she had to do, what people thought. My poor guy, Uriah Hall, man. Oh, my God. What am I going to do with this dude? Andre Muniz, this is another shit fight. But, hey, he didn't get submitted, so good job, Uriah, not getting submitted, but you got dominated by Andre Muniz. Nice win for that guy. Duplessis is a big, scary man who beat the living snot out of Tavares' face. Duplessis is a scary son of a bitch. He really is. From South Africa, the man fighting at middleweight is a guy that you might think is a contender. He's interesting. This guy he's savage. The only problem with him is I noticed his chin is like flailing out there. It's just looking to be hit. But now he hasn't lost since 2018 in KSW in the UFC, undefeated. Curious to see what's next for this guy. Only 28 years of age. We shall see. But nice win, beating up Brad Tavares. Gabe Green loses to Ian Gary. Gabe showed up in the fight. You know, he made it a very tough fought fight, but Ian did enough to win the decision. Ian stays undefeated at 10-0. And here it is. Daddy Cowboy takes the L. Daddy Cowboy loses to Jim Miller and decides to say, okay, I wanted to go a couple more, but nope. Nope. I'm going to put the gloves and hat inside. Oh. Sorry.
Wonderful.
Let's show you the picture of Cowboy. No, it's not it.
What's going on, everybody?
It's retired Cowboy. But here we go. There it is. The dramatic locker room and the hat and blah, blah, blah. The end of an era. The glove touch said he cried. I'm sure NH cried. But yeah, Cowboy Cerrone's done. And I'm kind of glad he left kind of, even though he lost, he kind of still, I still felt like he left on a high note. Like he was kind of happy retiring. He was content. So that was nice to see. Jalen Turner is so, he's such a savage. I reached out to 2 management fucking guys. I reached out to him. I don't know why I can't get a hold of this dude, but harass him on Twitter. Like he's responded to like one of our tweets, but it's just like, I don't know who's handling his social media, but he's very tough to get a hold of. I want to get this guy because this guy's the real deal. His last loss was to Matt Frivola, who was on our show, and that says a lot about Matt, you know, taking him out. But he's been on a run ever since. He's a big, scary 155er. It is bonkers that this man hits 155 at 6'3". The guy is still solid. Like he doesn't look drained at the weight class. He still looks like he's packed on muscle. It's wild to see this man compete there. So now he's apparently top 15. That's what he put on his Twitter. So Jalen Turner, get on the fucking MMA-Holes, bro. What you waiting for? Let's do this interview. So that's the prelims. We spoke about the main card. Now let's take some phone calls. Let's talk to the people. Let's see what you guys get your thoughts now that it's settled into your brains. Okay, the 1.5 king, Sonosi.
Best and happy 4th.
Happy 4th, Sonosi. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice. All right. So what are your thoughts? A couple of days after the card, where's your mind at?
Okay, so first thought, whoever gave Izzy that fucking crypto bonus deserves to get shot.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the bonus is for. His performance? All right.
It was probably for his entrance.
Yeah, maybe. The Undertaker thing, yeah.
But no, let me give my opinion real quick on Izzy, and then I'll get to the second point. Izzy, I respect the fact that you're trying to keep your belt, that you're playing it safe, but don't talk the kind of shit you've been talking for like the last week. Have the entrance and theatrics and all that shit, and then do what you did in that fight.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's like you're expecting more. I thought Izzy was going to go in there and starch Cannonier. I really did think he was going to do that. Now, granted, he still won, but that wasn't. He said he had an off night. That's what he kept saying. So, do you think that's acceptable?
Oh, if that's the case, he's had many off nights. He had an off night against Vittori, he had an off night against Romero.
Yeah.
Dude, just you're a point fighter and a counter puncher. Just accept it. Don't make excuses.
I'm with you. I can't really argue that.
Anyway, I'll get to the second point real quick. So, I think with Volkanovski right now, at least his decision, it wasn't playing it safe. He was trying everything possible to kill Max in there.
Volkanovski, yeah, it looked like he was proving a point, right? It looked like Volk was like, okay, even at the press conference, he's like, you know you love me. The way he was saying it to him and that smug look on his face, Volkanovski, he was going to go in there and make a statement for sure.
I've never seen a man so broken board as like Max. I mean, he got worse and worse after each fight. I mean, the rematch, at least he put up a great fight. But oh my god, this fight, as I mentioned on Saturday, he got murdered. And if you look at all the close champions, I mean, I put a meme section of all a couple things you can see. But the fact is, you know, you have Usman, you have Izzy, all their big rematches, they're clear number 2s. They have competitive fights. Volk is the only one in that list who has basically starched his true rival in the division 3 times now. I mean, Colby gave a great fight, arguably winning the first one before he got KO'd against Usman, and then, you know, at least Robbie had his moments against Izzy, kinda, but this, no.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, if you want to even call this a rivalry, see, in hindsight, we're going to look back and just see the 3 wins. I think we're going to forget how close that second fight was. Even the first is somewhat controversial, I guess, not as much as the second, but everyone's going to look back and see 3 wins. That's what they're going to see. So it's not, I mean, he went in there and had to prove a point 3 times, and in the 3rd time, he made it very, very convincing. And, you know, when you do it against a guy like Max Holloway, a guy that people are saying is arguably the 145 GOAT, and he makes it look easy like that, that is a significant win, a notch on the belt, and we all have to put respect on Volk.
I mean, this was the best we've ever seen. I mean, not this fight, but this is the best Max we've seen for his 2 fights before getting back to Volkanovski. The fact that he did this to him is very scary.
Yeah, it is scary. And it makes me very excited to see if he does go up in weight, and is that going to be something that he goes for, or is he just going to clean house over here? You got freaking Henry Cejudo going up to him in the hallway. And did you see that clip of Henry and Volk?
I saw that. You know what? I wouldn't mind the fight.
Really?
I really wouldn't.
There was a time when the Korean Zombie thing, when that happened, I would rather see Henry in that situation. But then I'm watching them squared off on each other. I'm like, damn, I don't know, man. I feel like Volk would just make him his bitch, no?
It's very tough to say considering the wrestling pedigree of Cejudo. We don't know. Same with if he went up against Oliveira. You know, these are people. He has those tough people in featherweight, but the people he wants to fight, these are people who are very scared on the ground.
Okay.
So I mean, if he goes that route, I'll say this: the chances of him being Cejudo, decent. The chances of him being Oliveira, low. Very low.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough. Like, I still got to go with Oliveira, but you know what? Oliveira did fight at 145. God, it does sound exciting. Maybe it's a little premature, though. Maybe we should pump the brakes, let Volk do some more stuff at 145. Are we going too fast for this 155 thing?
A little bit, but so let me point out one last thing I just noticed. I posted a thing about title defenses. Right now, Izzy only has about 4 defenses. Silva has 10. He has a difficult road to catch up to. Usman didn't, at least for where he has to beat GSP, the 2 hardest divisions, with GSP with 9 defenses. I mean, you got the tools, the hardest 2, up to light heavyweight. Those 3 divisions have so many title defenses. Whereas, you know, can Izzy eventually do it? Possibly. I don't think he'll ever rise to the occasion to where they consider him the GOAT like Silva, because Silva was murdering people on his way up.
Yeah, well, Silva's always going to have that dark cloud over his head with the steroids.
Yeah, that's going to always, that's the one bummer that, I mean, if he can get to 10 defenses, then, listen, you can hate him all you want. If he can get to 10 defenses, then you can't really say shit. If he can get Owen's second belt, definitely can't say any shit.
I kind of like how Izzy and Usman both are just like, yeah, we'll deal with that later. Like the whole legacy when it comes to title defenses and breaking records. You could tell they know, they're aware of it, but they don't want to talk about it. I like that. I like that a lot.
It's good considering, like I said, they have the hardest road to getting records. They chose the 2 toughest people to bypass it.
Yeah. So yeah, don't even pay attention to that stuff. Do what you got to do, and then as it gets closer, you know, the media is going to keep on reminding them. It's not like they have to follow it. You know, it's constantly going to be thrown in their face. But I think they're both handling that well.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go and let you talk to some of you. We got a long night ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Sonosi. Okay. I like when Sonosi gets off the phone. He says, "I'm going to let you." Like, he always says that. "I'm going to let you do this." Like, that's like a mafia thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you.
I noticed it is a New York thing because I've actually never heard people say that until I first started talking to you.
It's so obnoxious now I think about it. Because
yeah, and then when I first started talking to you, you're like, "All right, well, let me get this done," and I'm like, "Well, excuse me, sorry I was imposing on your plans."
But no, I'm gonna let you. So
same thing. Like, you guys say both, but I think
I'm gonna let you do the rest of your show now.
That is like full on New York, because I literally have never heard anyone end a phone call like that until after I had met you.
All right, you know what? I'm not gonna let you do what you gotta do.
That's
on my
like
terms.
1,000% a New York thing.
On my. No, I know. I'm laughing because I probably have done it too.
No,
it probably is a New York thing, right?
I remember the first time I heard it from you.
I'm gonna let you go now.
I was like, okay.
It's such a dude.
Like, sorry. So we're having a nice conversation.
It's like we're pissing on a fire hydrant. It's like, no, it's my call, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, it's definitely like full on New York, because I've talked to people from many
states,
and nobody's ever ended a conversation like that with me, except for you.
Yeah.
And I've heard like your friends and family end conversations like that.
Does anyone else say that in the chat?
Yeah.
You guys sound like woke sissies. It's a figure of speech. Oh, Jesus, Brett. I mean, we're making a joke, bro. So how is that woke? We can't fucking bust balls. So I went a little hard, and welcome to the show, Jess. Yeah. Welcome to the show. I went a little hard on Izzy. I know we had opposing views. So it's funny because the nice things that I said about Izzy are probably going to get lost, and people are going to focus more on, you know, the shit talking I was doing. But you know, we had different opinions on this. Do you want me to play the clip for you so you can hear what he said? Okay. Because there are things in it where I'm just like...
I know, I heard this. Is this one where he says, "I can do your job, but you can't do mine"? Yeah, I've heard this clip.
Okay. Yeah. And all right, so you have an opposing opinion. What do you think?
I agree with him. Like, I know, listen, I don't don't think it's fair that you ask me, because even if I didn't agree with him, like if I say I agree with him, even from a completely like non-objective point of view, like people are still gonna be like, well, you like Izzy, so of course you agree with him, you know. So I can't really like I can't really jump into this, you know. Like I could say I do agree with him. I think he's right. I think everyone is taking it completely out of context what he's saying.
Okay, so what do you think he's trying to say?
I think what he's trying to say is anyone can get up there and take quotes from a fighter or take an interview from a fighter and write a headline taking their quote out of context and making everyone think it's something else, right? Anyone can do that. No matter how bad or good you are at writing, anyone can fucking write a story and completely put things out of context from what a fighter says. However, not anyone can just jump into a cage and put their life on the line fighting for a UFC title.
So
I think that's the point he's trying to make. He's not saying that they're bad at their jobs. He's not even trying to like throw a jab at them. He's just saying he understands how this works. He's going to say something and they're going to take that quote and twist it to fit their narrative. That's what journalists do.
Okay.
So he's trying to say, I could do that too. I could do your job, but you can't do mine. He's not like... And this is why I think it's like really frustrating, because I am such a big Izzy fan, so I can't defend him without people being like, well, it's just because you like Izzy. You know, like if I weren't as big an Izzy fan and I still felt this way and I said that, then people might take me a little more seriously. But I can't make a point of view.
So
on
you think
this.
you might be a little biased in what you're saying?
No,
or?
I don't. I think like completely from a different, like from an outside perspective, this is how I feel. I do agree with him. If it was another fighter who said the same thing, I would agree with it.
Okay.
But because I'm a big Izzy fan, people are gonna be like, well, you're just an Izzy fan.
I'm gonna let you go now.
You know.
No, so I just saw that in the chat. If it wasn't for clickbaits, headlines, the crazy stories, there wouldn't be crazy pay-per-view buys. It's not all just the fighter selling himself. It's not all the UFC's promotion and marketing. I would say 75% of it is the media.
Yeah.
The reason why media gets free passes, they get fed, they get hooked up in a lot of areas, is because if it wasn't for the media,
right,
these events would not be getting the exposure.
And you
that
are
they're
right.
getting. And that's from clickbaits.
Exactly. But to an extent. To an extent. What he's saying is not for them to stop doing their job. Obviously, their job is to write a narrative.
So let me ask you this question.
So he's not saying stop doing your job. He's just saying, I get how this works. You're going to take my words.
I got freestyle.
Sorry, good.
You're going to take my words. You're going to, you know, completely take it out of context. You're going to write your own story to fit whatever, you know, idea you want to put across to the audience. I get it. I understand how this works. I could do the same thing. But what you can't do is what I do for a living. That's what he's trying to say. And I think people are completely like...
He's saying he could do other people's... That is very... No. He's saying he could do other people's jobs.
I think he missed exactly what I said.
He can't even run his own YouTube channel. He's got someone else doing it. He can't even do that.
That has nothing to do... You're missing entirely what I'm saying.
But I'm saying... I'm taking what he's saying. Okay, I understand
right, but you're taking it too literally.
Yeah, but you have to understand, when you are at that status, you're the middleweight guy, you're the #3 pound-for-pound dude, you should understand that whatever you say is going to be dissected by either the fans, the media. People are going to look at that, and people are going to be offended or not offended.
Right.
People are going to agree or disagree,
You're not
right?
wrong.
So with that being said, we shouldn't have to translate his inner meaning.
No,
we are taking
no,
exactly what he said. You know what I'm saying? So listen to this. I'll play it for you.
Particular kind of am. But just remember this.
Well, first off, look.
All right, can I do it sentence by sentence this time instead of you?
Hold on. Oh, did you hear the bit?
No. Did you do it sentence by sentence?
How'd you know I did sentence by sentence?
Because you do it with everything.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do. I'm gonna stop it and have you explain. Okay.
Okay.
Question. Well, I don't want to give away the answer. That's a good question. I appreciate that, but I don't want to give away the answer.
He said that's a good question, but I don't want to give away the answer. Why does he not want to give away the answer?
That's not what I'm talking. This is not the. I'm getting.
He's leading right into it right now. He's leading right into it. This is the start of it. He says, I don't want to give you the answer. And the reason he doesn't want to give the answer...
What's the question? Oh, wait. All right. Now I got to go back even further.
No, fuck the question. It doesn't matter. The reporter asked the question. He said, that's a good question, but I don't want to give you the answer.
No, so you're missing. So when he started with this, everything was done. Watch.
As someone who's going to make it towards a title fight, clearly you're sort of looking many moves ahead and looking at the field and seeing who's coming up. I just wondered, who's next? Who's going to break from the pack that you kind of earmarked as someone who's moving their way up and could potentially face you further down the line.
That was the question.
Mhm.
Okay? That has nothing to do with what he was talking about afterwards. Okay?
It does. I can explain to you why.
Okay, hold on.
That's a good question, but I don't want to give away the answer. That's a good question. I appreciate that, but I don't want to give away the answer because there's a lot of killers right now coming up in middleweight as well. I see a couple of them, and I'm like, okay, all right, let's see what you have. Let's see what you bring. But yeah, I'm watching. I'm steady watching. And yeah, my people are watching as well, so they let me know if I miss something.
Okay, so Jesse, has nothing to do with what
I
we're
understand what
talking
you're
about.
saying. You're saying that this was a completely irrelevant question, that this doesn't have to do with the whole rant that he went on.
Yes.
But I believe it does. I believe this was like the gateway into him going on to that rant. If it weren't
Okay.
for this question, then he probably would have never gone on to that rant.
All right. All right, so all right, I disagree with that. But all right,
Okay.
we're going to go into his thing.
So, man, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, just something I want to say.
Came out of nowhere, right?
You guys have a job to do, and I'm not criticizing you guys in particular. Kind of am. I kind of am.
I'm not
But just
criticizing.
remember
But he says, I kind of am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Continue.
this. I can do your job. I can do your job. You can never do my job. Just remember that. I could do your job. Trust me. I got freestyle bender. David runs that shit, but if I wanted to, if I had the time, I could.
Are you gonna make faces and do some stupid shit throughout the whole thing? Or am I
No,
actually
no,
allowed to
explain that. He just said, I could do your job. You can't do mine. I got Freestyle Bender on my YouTube channel,
Mhm.
but I don't run it. But I can. That's not so showing us that you can do it.
No, but what he's saying is being a journalist is easier than being a fighter.
Being a journalist is easier than a fighter. Listen, being an elite athlete is the top of the heap. It's a very select few people do it, so I'm with him on that. Do not tell another human being you can do their job unless you can prove that you can do their job. He cannot prove that he can do their job. So what the fuck is he
so now-
talking about?
Wait, you're going down a whole other
He
road. Now
can't
you
prove
want
it.
him to prove it? Like,
If you're gonna
he's
say-
just making a statement, and now you're like, okay, prove it.
Oh my
that's
God.
Like, that's like a
He
5-year-old.
can't prove that he can. If I say, I would never tell someone I could do your fucking job. That is the biggest shithead move. You don't tell someone you
Nobody
can do
said
their
he
job.
wasn't a shithead.
What?
We're not talking about whether or not he's a shithead. Maybe that is a shithead thing to say, but he said it. So I don't understand. What are you going for? Are you going for trying to point out that he's a shithead, or are you trying to
No,
understand
what I'm
what he's
saying is he's making no sense.
Continue.
He's told people he could do their job. He says, I have the YouTube channel, but I don't run it. That makes no sense.
Okay,
You can't do
continue.
it then. Like, if I was the
These
reporter,
fireworks
I'd
are
be like,
gonna-
excuse
hurry
me.
up. The fireworks are going to wake up the baby. I need you to play the thing so I can continue to explain
And
before I have to
I
leave.
appreciate you guys for what you do, but not just for me, but for other fighters, man. Be mindful with your words. Be mindful with the way.
Not just for me, but for other fighters. This has nothing to do with him. He said, "Be mindful of your words," because journalists look at. Am I
I'm
allowed to
listening.
explain
I'm
anything, or you're gonna
listening.
keep
I'm
being
not saying
retarded?
anything. I'm listening.
Journalists consistently take things out of context to fit a narrative that they're trying to put across in an article.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just for him, it's for other fighters. So what he's saying is he can do that too. He could write up some fucking bullshit story based on a quote that some writer or some fighter made and turn it into a whole other thing. That's what journalists do. That's what he's trying to
So
say.
that's their job.
No,
It's their
it's
job.
not. No, their job is to tell the story. Their job is not to twist things to fit their own narrative.
Jess, a journalist's job, basically,
It's to
in
tell
2022,
a story.
is to their job, especially if you're covering sports. You're supposed to make it as enticing and exciting as possible, so people
twist it
watch.
completely out of context?
Clicks.
No.
Yeah, clicks.
No, their job is to tell a story. If they want to be reliable journalists that people can trust, then they tell the story.
Oh my God, Jesse, this is coming from a guy. He's giving advice. Meanwhile, we have a donation of him defeating Paulo Costa and proceeding to fuck him in the ass.
What does that have to do with
How
him doing
can
a
this
journalist
guy
job?
give anyone advice?
He's not giving advice. He's not giving advice. He just said, I can do your job. What advice
He's
did
not
he give?
giving advice?
What advice did he give?
Okay, let me read.
That shit, but if I wanted to, if I had the time, I could. And I appreciate you guys for what you do, but not just for me, but for other fighters, man. Be mindful with your words.
Be mindful with your words is advice. What is that?
What? No, it's
Be
not. He's not telling them how to write the story. He's just saying be mindful. Like don't take the fucking words out of context.
Baby, that's advice.
That's
What,
no,
I mean,
it's not.
Okay, I am. Okay, All right, we're going to move on from this. We clearly disagree on that one. Let me know in the chat what you think. Now that we got that out of the way, we're going to take the phone calls again. All right? You want to add anything to it? You want to play it anymore?
You're the one who asked me. I don't give a shit. Like,
Okay,
I have no
all
interest in
right.
talking about this.
We're on a different page. It's okay. But do you want me to play anymore? Do you want to say anything else about that subject, or we move on?
If you want to, then you can. If you don't, I'm good with moving on.
I'm good. I don't think I have to say anything else. All right, let's go back to the phone calls. The Discord now. Let's get to your opinions over here. We're gonna take. Who we got? Oh, we got a bunch of people. Okay, hang on line. We're gonna get to everybody. Let's get to Pulse. Pulse, you there, buddy?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day to you as well.
Okay, so I just wanted to talk about 276 real quick. Firstly, I gotta say, I don't know if Sean Hart's in the chat or Kiwi, but I gotta come clean. That guy's just a better fighter, you know. And I'm a Max Holloway fan, but I gotta say it, Volk's just a better fighter.
It's the truth.
It is, and so yeah, that's regarding that. But then I also wanted to say, Sean Strickland, man, I don't care what anybody says. I still want to see him fight Izzy one day.
You know, never say never. I mean, if Alex Pereira just annihilates Izzy, you know, if he just smashes him first round, takes him out, it's not even competitive. I mean, you never know. You never know.
Savage, you're funny. Okay, I'm talking to damn Savage.
Okay.
But okay, and then O'Malley. Yeah, I really don't like this guy now. How in the hell is he gonna celebrate? How are you gonna showboat after the fight was stopped when you fouled the guy twice? What's his problem?
So, okay, yeah, the celebration was in real time was a little dopey, but now in hindsight, I don't know if you were here when we broke down the O'Malley fight. The fact that Pedro Munhoz's eye was injured from a punch and it was the other eye. I mean, O'Malley technically finished him.
How do you figure that?
O'Malley smashed. Hold on, I'll show you. Pedro Munhoz. So the eye poke was in the right eye, correct?
I don't know. I didn't research it. Was
okay.
it?
You got to look into this. It's kind of wild, man. It's the more you look into it, the more you're like, oh my God, is this really true? So Sean O'Malley cracks Pedro Munhoz with a punch that hits Munhoz in his left eye. Okay, his left eye gets hit by Sean O'Malley. After this happens, Pedro keeps on rubbing his eye like, holy shit, my eye's messed up. Then he gets hit in the nuts. Pedro goes to the corner, and he's not even concentrating on his ball sack. He's actually checking his eye. Like, he's like, what the fuck? Something's wrong with his left eye. As the fight progresses, Pedro Munhoz does get eye poked in the right eye. The eye poke comes at the top of the lid, the eyelid closed. The eyelid's closed. It brushes down on the eyelid. It never touches the eye. Just kind of brushes down on the eyelid, and it's fine. Take a second, minute, whatever you have to do to recuperate, because you can't be doing it regardless. I get it. But not enough to scratch the cornea. I'm going to show the picture of Pedro Munhoz in his Instagram post. His left eye is swollen shut.
You may be right, but I just saw a post, a report that said he actually got like medical treatment on the eye.
Which eye?
So he did get poked.
Yes. So which eye?
Whichever one they highlighted in when they slowed down and showed the replay. He did poke. O'Malley did poke him.
They said he had a corneal abrasion.
Yeah, we have to find out what eye it is. We have to find. And you know what? How the fuck do we know? Like, his right eye is open in this thing. He's looking right at me. Like, I'm staring right at him right now. And I see an open eye. Now, it's not wide open. He looks like he's high. But then again, his left eye is swollen shut, so I don't know, what's going on. But, yeah, it's weird. It's a weird situation.
I'll just say this. O'Malley, this was his spot on the main event. This was his time to show out. And I just, something about the guy. He couldn't, the last fight, I think, or the fight before last, he fought the green-haired kid, couldn't put him away. And I just, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't have the ground to stand on to be showboating in that moment, you know?
Well, in real time, I'm with you. It looked really bad. But like I said, in hindsight, this is odd. This fight is odd, and I honestly believe that the strike that happened on the other eye that really fucked up Pedro Munhoz, I have a feeling that's the eye that's injured. Sean O'Malley knocked out Pedro Munhoz.
People are saying in the chat that it's that mirror. You know, like sometimes when you do front face camera, it flips the image. So
Yeah.
maybe he's got front face on.
Well,
and-
UFC is.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah.
UFC is fine. If it's mirrored, it should be backwards.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not mirrored.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, the UFC logo is.
Guys, Pedro Munhoz, he's fucking around. And I don't blame him. Listen, if you can get away with it.
For a second, I
don't
thought
blame
they
him.
were onto something, and then I saw that the UFC logo is straight.
Listen, Condom Head put out a fucking video. Sean O'Malley retweeted it. And I fucking took a peek at it. He's 100%. I hate to fucking agree with the guy, but he's 100% correct. And when we did a live stream, we were even like, I had Jesse's mom next to me, so she was kind of just enjoying the fights. But I was saying on the stream, I was saying, that eye poke is a little weak. That shit was, it was over the fucking eyelid. To fucking scratch his cornea from that, I mean, I guess anything is possible, but I'm not buying it. I don't know. I'm from my own clean eyes, from what I see over there, I just can't buy it. Sounds a little suspect.
Think they should run it back?
You know what? No, because he beat him. He knocked him out. He finished Pedro Munhoz. We move on from this. Although, listen, it had the makings of being a pretty decent fight. But Sean was checking those leg kicks, and then they were giving those leg kicks that were saying that was landing by Pedro. He was checking all the kicks. Like, it was bizarre. Listen, I'm not even a huge Sean O'Malley fan. I mean, you know, I've ripped on Sean a million times. But in this situation, I take the evidence, and it's clear as day.
Yeah. Let me just ask you this real quick. This is all I got. What the hell was Cejudo thinking?
I don't know. I think he's drunk.
What did Cejudo do?
He went in the back. He's calling out Sean O'Malley during an interview. He runs into Volk. He's calling out Volk. Like, it's like, what are you doing? Someone fucking fumigate the place. There's fucking roaches.
Yeah, I mean, he had one fight at Bantam, and he fought he had one fight at what was it? What did he win? The flyweight, right?
Yeah, he was flyweight. Then went to bantamweight.
And went to bantamweight for one fight, and he fought an emaciated Dillashaw to get that belt. So he's really a flyweight, talking about fighting a featherweight, who's dusting everybody in featherweight. So it's like, yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. He's crazy if he thinks he's gonna get that fight.
Well, I'll give him A for effort. It's just getting to the point. It's like, all right, they're saying he's in the USADA testing pool. I would like to see him fight again, but it's just like, I don't want to see him running around all the time. Like, is he going to fight? Who is he going to fight? Let's get pumped up here. I don't want to see him just running around behind the scenes calling everyone out. It's just silly.
Well, that's all I got. Now I'm going to let you guys go.
Don't forget, if you guys want to call in, join our Discord, link in the description.
Super chat.
Steve, what up, Steve?
Okay, you two. You guys need to hug it out, lol.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug, Jesse.
I'm good.
All right, well, no, she's not going to hug me. Steve, look what happened. She doesn't want to hug me.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I get a hug. Oh, mwah. Oh, thank you, Steve.
Wonderful.
You saved our relationship. And she grabbed my dick.
Moss, you're right. Ironclad argument about Izzy. I am not gonna be too hard on the guy. He came down hard on all the pedicrats who protected Maxwell. Jesse, your insight is usually good, but not this time.
Listen, I've come to the conclusion that no matter what I say about Izzy, every time I come to the defense of Izzy, I'll never be able to articulate it the way I wanted to, and everyone's gonna say I'm wrong. So, like, I'm okay with that. I'm still gonna stand by him. Like, I'm still gonna say what I believe. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I think Izzy's wrong, he's wrong. You know, I've said it during the press conference that I thought he was wrong for going with Sean Strickland and that whole thing. So, I'm not afraid to say that I think Izzy's wrong. But in this particular case, I kind of agree with what he has to say, and I'm willing to take the fucking heat if people disagree or whatever.
Do you think Izzy watches like other sports? Say if he's watching, I don't know, a football game, basketball game, whatever. He's watching another game. Do you think he criticizes the players? Or he thinks like, I can't do their job, so I'm not going to criticize them.
Maybe he watches them and he goes, I could do that.
He probably does. Any normal person that watches sports, most of the time, they can't throw a ball, they can't hit a puck, they can't catch a pass, they can't throw a punch. Most of us can't do any of that shit. We sit here, we talk some smack. And if you're in the media, you're looking to get clicks, you're looking to get headlines. That's just it. Sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes they're assholes. Most of the time, the media is a bunch of assholes. But I think it's very hypocritical of what Izzy said, and I'm very offended, Jesse.
I'm sorry.
I'm very offended by
absolutely
not by
nothing.
you, Israel Adesanya. I expected more from the champ. Does anyone smell that bullshit? Here we go. NH, talk to me about Daddy Cowboy. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so for those that don't know, NH is the #1 Cowboy Cerrone fan. And
Yeah.
Cowboy he hung it up on Saturday night. Walk me through the entire night.
Yeah. I was upset, very upset. Just asked Mike. I was like, nope, go away. Leave me alone.
Mike is trying to give you a hug, and you're like, get out.
Yep, yeah, he did. He's trying to turn me up. I go, fine. I was upset. You know, he looked good in the first round. He did. Really, he did. And then that second round started coming out, and he just did not look. I don't know. He didn't have the killer eye, look that he usually has. Yeah. And I was like, oh crap. And then it happened. He got submitted and down. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You can tell the Cowboy. He's not. Even during the fight, we're like, this is not the same guy.
Yeah. I don't think he was there. I mean, he was there, but just when I saw his eyes in the second round, I was like, yeah, I don't want to say it. It just didn't look like he was there.
Yeah. All right,
so he went out on his own way. He went out on his own way.
Yeah, he's gonna be a movie. I saw on my little streaming app. I saw that this movie was. I kind of want to see it now. Did you see it yet? Him and Corona?
I won't be able to see it. It's on that live wire or whatever that thing is. You have to pay money, and I don't.
We gotta help you out. There are ways. There are ways, Ann. There are ways around all that.
I don't know if you can do that with that one. I think that's what it is, live wire, right? Is that what?
Contact Pulse. I bet Pulse has all the hooks. He could probably send you the info.
He also has all the memberships with all the YouTubers.
He's also a member of every channel. Yeah, I bet Pulse. I bet if you slide to his DM, I guarantee he could send you something. He could help you out, or I bet one of the people in the Discord can help you out. I don't want to say how, but I'm sure they could.
And like I said, like with that, I was really so I was very sad.
Yeah.
Yes, I cried. Yes, I was upset. Yes, I left you guys. I was watching you, but I left the chat because I was like, I'm too pissed. People are gonna flick me crap, and I just didn't want to. Yeah, I came in towards the end, the fights, but I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to see it.
Well, Cowboy set you free. He did. He cut.
Yeah, now you don't have to worry anymore. You can just enjoy the fights for what they are.
Because it had to be getting stressful now, especially when, he's on his last fights. Like, it had to be getting to the point where, like, oh my God, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But I'm just going to miss him fighting. And, like I said, I've been with him since that I think Tap Out. Yeah, I think it was that show way back when. The old martial arts show names, I don't know. Anyway, I saw him before WEC, before he got in there. So
yeah,
I just I mean, it's gonna be a while before I find another fighter. I got my favorites. I mean, okay, but not. I'm not crazy about any one particular one. I like Conor. Mm-hmm. I'm not crazy about him like you are, but
Oh, I'm crazy about him, man. I love him.
Yeah, I know.
Just by you saying his name, Moss just popped a boner.
You made my day.
Well, you mentioned Cowboy's name, and I get all,
Oh my God, I am erect. Is there a young stud now that you could look at in the roster and be like, this is the next one. This is the one.
Nah, I haven't found any yet.
No, huh?
No, none of them. I mean, I've been kind of disappointed in the ones I thought, and I'm like, okay, nope, no.
There's nobody like Daddy Cowboy, Moss.
It's
No.
it's like having a dog, right? You have a dog, and then you grow old with that dog, and then that dog passes, and it's like you can't get a dog right away. You gotta lick your wounds and not lick your wounds.
Still licking the wounds, and it sucks. And I'm glad he's gonna be happy. He's gonna be with his family and friends and do what he wants to do. Not that he didn't do what he wanted to do before, but hey, his movie career, I think he's gonna do good in it. Seriously, I mean, I don't think he sucks in acting, guys. I watch.
Of course you don't, Ann, because you're biased.
That's gonna be next. He's gonna put out bad movies, and Ann's gonna start lighting the internet.
Ann will be the next target from the chat.
Whoa, no.
These women with their emotions.
What if Cowboy starts doing porn? Do you think he should start doing porn?
You know what he said in that interview with what's his name on ESPN? He goes, retire now. He goes, and I'll probably end up like that, like the old Thor retired with the belly. And I just started cracking up when they showed the picture. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope not.
Well,
retired with a big old belly and everything. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
I think he should get nice and thick and plump. Enjoy your retirement. Drink the beer, pound some food. He's still always going to be a badass,
Yeah, and he's going to have his ranch and all that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's still going to have fighters coming out there. I'm sure he's probably going to help train, and he's got his family and everything, and he's concentrating on his acting career and have a good life. But just going to miss him, that's all. Everybody, now no one can make fun of me anymore, thank God.
So are you gonna, like, your avatars and stuff like that? It's a lot of cowboy stuff. Are we gonna segue, or are we gonna still have some cowboy influence?
It's gonna be cowboy on there.
Okay.
You guys are gonna stay there.
She has a cowboy vibrator.
I knew it.
It's got a little hat.
What'd you tell? Why'd you tell?
She's like, yeah.
I made the bobblehead into a vibrator.
That's awesome. That's awesome. When
oh God! Oh yeah.
When Cowboy retire, when he goes, he's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame, right? So when he goes, are you going to find your way to Vegas? Are you going to be in the building for that?
Yeah, I would like to, but who knows? Since I never got to see him fight. Yeah, it's so funny. He doesn't even. It's funny, doesn't even know I exist, but that's okay. What
well, his
the
vibrator
hell?
knows. His vibrator knows you very well.
Oh
man,
now you can't get me to talk now.
It's like, Mike, I'm getting frisky. Go bring in Daddy Cowboy. Let's go. Well, listen, I am happy, though. I mean, it would have been nice to see him off a win retire, but at the same time, it did still have a decent... When he was smiling and he got on the mic and he just took center stage, it seemed like a fitting moment.
He took it away from Miller. I love that.
Yeah.
Him at all. Went straight to Cowboy. It was great how he put his cowboy hat there in the middle.
Yeah.
Nice. With the gloves, took them off, nice and neat. It was awesome. It was great. It was a tribute. It was like, it was done correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did a good
job. And they
job.
should have interviewed him first. I loved it. That was great.
Yeah, like, Jim, I know you just submitted Cowboy, and you redeemed your loss, but go fuck yourself. We're going to interview Cowboy Cerrone now. The guy you just submitted. Oh, God, it's crazy.
I was like, fuck you, Miller.
Poor Miller. Miller comes in. He gets the redemption win. And Joe's like, fuck off, Ginger. Let's talk to this guy. Yeah, it was funny.
Screw you. Yeah.
Good for Cowboy.
Yeah, like you said, I was kind of disappointed in the rest card. Like you guys were kind of saying, too. We thought everything would be a little better, the fights. And, I mean, Izzy, they give, it's kind of boring, yes. But, it's just, that's how he fights sometimes. Like you said, he'll get a KO. I was kind of hoping he'd just knock him out, but he didn't. But he got the win, which is fine. He did what he had to do, and that's good. And Volk, okay. Oh, my God. I want a Max win so bad, but God, he's good. I'm like, oh, jeez. He just killed him.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild how good Volk has become.
Yes. Yeah. He looks totally different than his own. But yeah, I want a Max. Yeah, but okay, you know. But God, Mike, shut up!
Damn.
Always what's on Mike's mind all the time. Like most men.
Hey, listen, he's a very he's charged up. He's a charged up man. He's full of testosterone and semen, man. He's ready to go.
Yes, all right.
All right. Well, listen, you guys have passionate sex with Daddy Cowboy the Vibrator.
Let me let you go.
Yeah, let me let you go, Ann. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Love you guys. Love everybody else in the community. I hope Super Carl's okay and everything's going good. Okay.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Do you see her reaction to "Let me let you go"? It was kind of like, "Oh, sorry, I was imposing." Like it's just it's such a fucking nasty way to end a phone call.
So no, see, I think we got a new T-shirt. Let me let you go. I like that.
New Yorkers can be so nasty sometimes.
My dad's the worst. Like when my dad sees people, like he'll have a conversation in the street with somebody, whether it's an old friend, a neighbor.
Let me just head out.
Like in the middle of the conversation, he realizes, oh, I got to get out of here. So in the middle of the conversation, he's like, all right, let me let you go. And just like doesn't give a fuck about what you were saying. That's, you know what? It's respectful. Because you know what? You cut into the chase.
It's not. It's so rude. It's so fucking rude.
All right.
You could be like, oh, well, it was nice talking to you. Nice catching up. Hope to speak to you again. That's a nice way to end a conversation, Moss.
Well, Jess, I got to let you go. We have a donation coming in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Izzy is the one who shaped the narrative that he doesn't care about the title. He wants to put on a show and be a highlight reel and then immediately after the fight fuck the fans. And still, their opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's weird. Hey, I had a shitty performance tonight. He admitted that he had a shitty performance. It wasn't his best night. But then he's going to go on and lecture the fucking media how to do the job. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. It's just like I don't, it's just, what are we doing? It doesn't make any sense. If you just spark the dude and you're on your high horse, you're sitting up there. Another thing he does too, which drives, I don't understand how you like this, because you hate when people chew, right?
I hate it.
Okay. So,
I didn't see the whole interview though. Was he chewing?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I just saw the bit where he was talking about the journalists.
Israel, congratulations on.
All right, I can't really show too much because it's someone else's thing.
Can you hear it though?
But here, I'll show Jess.
I don't mind.
Another victory, defense of the belt, but you didn't seem necessarily completely satisfied at the close of the fight. So I guess, how are you feeling right now about your performance?
A lot better, because yeah.
I can't shut up. I can't.
I've said this before in the past.
All right, anyway, go watch it yourself. But
can't.
Yeah, he's
if I have to hear people chew, that's
he's
the
chewing. He's burping into the mic.
It's not
Jess.
so much people chewing.
I mean, come on.
Everyone has to chew, but if you sound like you have a fucking microphone to your cheek while you're chewing, or if you're like I don't. Who the fuck taught you how to eat?
You know who did that?
Who taught
Patty
you that?
Pimblett. He was chomping on pizza.
You're not a fucking cow.
Yeah, he spit on the
have
floor.
Some fucking respect here.
Yeah, you know, a good point there, Sam. In the middle of the oh shit, can someone clip the spit? Where was that? In the middle of the fucking interview. Oh, here it is. Oh no, this is the catch. He's talking. He turns to the side and just spits on the floor. Like
what,
no
did he
joke.
Just him? Just he just.
He
spit?
just spit on the side.
Why?
He's a weird fucking dude, man. Like, there's something fucking wrong with this guy. Hold on. Wait, let's see if I can find the spit. Shit, if someone could timestamp that or drop it in a Discord, clip that and put it on a Discord. Like, he's picking his teeth. Look at this, Jess.
Oh.
I mean, Jess, what the fuck? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, like...
It makes me want to fucking vomit. Like, I can't...
I'm not making this shit up, man. Like...
Oh my God.
Jess. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, buddy. But what the fuck? Are you an animal? Like, what? What is he doing?
Yeah, it's pretty.
This is your guy. Defend him now.
I got done saying I don't have to defend everything he does.
We got to find this spit. Listen. The guy is the best middleweight out there. He's the best middleweight out there. But there are things that he does, and this is the reason why there are people out there that are like, fuck, I can't wait till he gets knocked out.
Because of chewing?
There are little things. If I sit next to you and I'm chewing on something, it drives you nuts, right? Some people don't
When you eat, that's the only thing that you do.
And
that
you want to
drives me
strangle
nuts.
me, right?
Everything else you do is fine.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is some people see these actions. I mean, he's in the middle of an interview. He's like, just spits on the side over there. I mean, that's not fucking normal. you could understand why people would be like, I don't know if I can really root for that guy. He just fucking hocked a loogie across the stage. Like, that's not normal. But am I living in a bizarre
world?
world?
To tell you.
I don't know. Even Sean Strickland doesn't fucking hock loogies.
You don't know that.
He says fucking crazy things, but he's not gonna sit on stage and just fucking spit across the stage.
Is that what he did? He
Yeah. If someone could drop that in the Discord, I'll give you sexual favors. All right, let's take some more calls here. I'm trying to understand, because Jesse is the spokesperson for Izzy, just like I'm the spokesperson.
I am, but if you chew, I'm not a spokesperson for anyone. I will fuck you up if I have to hear you chew.
I'm the spokesperson for Conor. Jesse's for Izzy.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
We're here to represent our fighters through thick or thin,
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chubbs.
I was becoming Izzy fan because he said he wanted to be Conor and then he got me to pay $80 and he went full on boring. I'm sorry but he is as phony as Elsa. Never again will I pay for his fight. Takes zero risk.
I don't recall you ever being an Izzy fan, Chubbs. I feel like ever since you came onto the channel you've been anti-Izzy. So, yeah.
Well, maybe in the beginning. I don't know.
I don't know, Chubbs.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I want to be a cowboy.
Thank you guys for the donations. We really appreciate that. Let's go back to the phone calls here. We got a bunch in queue. Let's. I'm just gonna go up the line here. This is Shadow Dragon, but I think we lost Shadow Dragon, so we move from that. Next is everyone's favorite, Johnny Walker.
Proud to be an American, released I know I'm free.
You're not free. We're getting our rights taken away every day, so you're not free. You're not.
Happy 4th of July to you fighters people. Happy 4th of July to people with chat.
What are you saying?
Are you drunk?
No, happy 4th of July.
How's it going,
man?
man?
4th, man.
Happy 4th. How about this? Israel Adesanya. How do you say it? Adesanya. Israel Adesanya. I was watching MMA fighting, and it's just amazing the way they bend over backwards to defend this dude. And oh, you can't deny that it may not have been the most fan-pleasing fight, but it was dominant. I mean, that was a dominant performance. I'm like, did he clearly win? Yes, but dominant? No, that's not what dominant is. Dominant is dominating. He didn't dominate. He just won the fight. He won the fight. Yeah, he won each round, but he didn't dominate. And these MMA media members, they love bending over backwards for Izzy. It's Cannonier's fault. He's the one who should be taking risk and stuff.
Who said it was Cannonier's
I just don't
fault?
buy it.
Who said it was Cannonier's fault?
That's what they're saying. They're saying that's
Who's
what they
that?
were saying. Mike Hack from MMAfighting.com.
Said it was Cannonier's
How do you
fault?
listen to that guy? I don't know. I don't even know how you listen to that dude.
Wait,
It
what?
was
I
the
don't
only thing
understand.
on at the time. I rarely tune in, but it was after a big event, so I wanted to tune in and see what the hell them schmucks were saying. And
Okay, but what
it
is
was,
he saying is Cannonier's fault? That the way the fight went was all Cannonier?
Like he should have been pushing the pace. He should have tried harder and pushed the pace and stuff like that. Like he was pushing that and like it's not Izzy's fault. It's Cannonier's fault. Izzy was winning the fight.
Izzy was caught up in the clinch multiple times by Cannonier. What else could the guy freaking do?
Yeah, exactly. I think it was. I mean, Cannonier he's a good top 10 fighter, but he's not championship material. Izzy's miles ahead. He got the reach advantage, and then so on and so forth. He should have been piecing this dude up. He should have been walking him down, pressing against the cage, sniping him. Instead, it was just a really lackluster performance, and the way the media kind of covers for him and saying. I will say this though, Sean Elashadi, he kind of called him out. He's like, yeah, but this isn't a one-off. Like it's becoming a pattern of Izzy putting on lackluster performances. It's ever since Jan Blachowicz fight, just he hasn't been putting on performances. And like people in the chat have said, like other phone calls have said, he's the one who's making the claim that, oh, he's the style bender, he's the showman, and this and that. It's like, but he's not putting on the show. Like, the most important thing, you got to go out there and put on a show, style on him. You're the style bender, go style on him. He's not styling on him. Chris, why isn't he styling on him?
When your walkout is more exciting than your fight, that's not good. That's not a good sign.
And the nerds over there, oh, the walkout. It's just so corny, that shit. And then he comes out dancing and shit. Like, that's so corny and, like, I don't know, WWE shit. I don't know.
I think the fair thing to do is let Jessie handle you, because she is the spokesperson for Izzy. She needs to take you on here, Kevin. You ready?
I don't need to take him on.
She's an Izzy fan. She's an Izzy fan.
I don't need to take anybody on. I know how I feel about the whole Izzy thing. I buy into all of it, and if you have a tiny penis, I can understand why you don't like the dances. You know,
well, let's leave Kevin's penis out of this. Address the issue that the Jan Blachowicz, Marvin Vettori, Robert Whittaker, Cannonier fights. We got all decisions over here, and maybe not the most exciting of fights. That little streak of BC, 2020, the Paulo Costa thing, the humping, the humpening. Ever since that happened,
I could tell you what I think, but people are just gonna think it's an excuse.
Okay.
I think after Jan Blachowicz, Jan exposed a lot of weaknesses in Izzy's game, and Marvin Vettori even said it going into the fight, that he was going to capitalize on those weaknesses that he saw with Jan. Robert Whittaker even said going into the fight that he knew exactly where to hit Izzy now compared to the first one. And Jared Cannonier came into the fight saying, I am the one who has the answers to his striking. So I believe that had Izzy never fought Jan, these three guys wouldn't have come into this fight with Izzy knowing as much as they do about him and having the ability to go the distance with him and make it a less, I guess, exciting or entertaining fight.
So you're saying the
Yo
competition?
Romero and Silva was even worse, and that was before Jan Blachowicz. This dude's always been a boring point fighter who skates on the outside, tries to avoid damage, take minimal risk. That's just his style. He's a counter striker. He don't like to take risk. He avoids a lot of the action. That's just his style. That's who he is. It has nothing to do with Jan Blachowicz. I don't think so. I will talk about this. Sean Strickland, because now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like the UFC set this up. The UFC set this up for Pereira to go in there and knock Sean Strickland out. You look at who Sean Strickland fought. He fought a washed Uriah Hall. I mean, I know Uriah Hall, that's your guy, Chris, but the dude's washed.
No, I agree. I agree.
And then he fought Jack Hermanson, another stylistic matchup that favors him. Only way he's going to lose if he gets taken down, and Sean Strickland has shown that he's got decent takedown defense. What's his name?
Even Sean, here's the thing. Even Sean Strickland said he was put there to lose, even before the fight. Like he admitted that the UFC's plan was to have Alex Pereira go in there, beat him up, and Sean sold the pay-per-view. Like, it worked exactly how the UFC wanted. It worked how even Sean. So what you're saying is not wrong, because Sean even agrees to it too.
Yeah, Sean Strickland. That's the thing. We got to quit buying into these dudes who talk a lot of shit, because he was getting knocked out at 170. Then he moves up to middleweight. He gets 2 matchups. What's that old saying? Styles make fights. And it couldn't be more true. He fights 2 guys, really favorable styles. And he goes in there against a dude who he can't outstrike, and he gets knocked out in a couple minutes. I want to see Pereira in there against someone who could wrestle. He hasn't fought anybody that can wrestle.
Well, it doesn't matter. Izzy's the champ, so wrestling's it's irrelevant right now. Right now, two pretty elite strikers going at it. That's not bad.
It isn't. But to me, he's not proven. Even if he becomes champion, like, look at KHAMZAT. He wants to call him out because I think KHAMZAT will go out there and dominate him.
Yeah, I love that KHAMZAT. KHAMZAT calling him out is fantastic. I love that.
Kevin, do you think you could beat Sean Strickland?
Can you do his job? Can Izzy do your job, though? Here's the question, Kevin. Can Izzy do your job?
What is your job,
Hell
Kevin?
no.
What do you do?
Hell no. He's too gay. He's too gay
Kevin's
to
a
do
professional
my
show
job.
caller, right?
Seriously though, what do you do, bro?
He calls shows.
Seriously.
I call shows for a living. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Kevin works in construction.
And I donate $5 a show to make sure I get my $5 in. That's what I do.
Drop in the chat what you think Kevin from Chicago does.
I don't think Izzy could call the show the way Kevin does. You know.
I don't think
he
Izzy
do.
could do construction either.
No, he watches anime and stuff. That's Izzy.
Okay.
What else was I gonna say? Strickland knocked out Jim Miller. I'll give a shout out to Jim Miller. Most wins in UFC history, and he barely even got a nod.
Really?
Like he won the freaking most fights in UFC history, and they don't even give him a nod. It was all about everyone else. But I'll give a shout out. Jim Miller been around for how long? He's gonna be on UFC 100, UFC 200. Then he's gonna be on UFC 300. Most wins UFC history. Jim Miller. He's out in your neck of the woods, northeast. Shout out to Jim Miller. I'll leave you guys to it. How about that? What do you think about that one?
Thank you, Kevin. What a call, Jess.
I love Kevin. I think he's like the best caller.
He's good.
He's one of the best callers that we have because he actually stays on topic. He calls and he talks about MMA and he's has
prepared.
He has like the full fans perspective.
And he fucking pisses people off.
But
That's what I
sometimes
like.
he makes me want to bash my head into a rock.
Well, how about Comic Unicorn? Does he make you want to bash your head into a rock? Or
Oh, is this Juan?
Yes, it is Juan.
What's up, Juan?
How you doing, Juan?
Hola, ¿qué onda? Okay. Doing good. Wonderful.
Nice.
Well, getting straight to the chase. And still another title defense.
Whoop whoop! Let's go. Oh
Izzy.
yeah, you had Izzy, right?
Oh, you're the Izzy guy. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. You must be
another-
cringing by my comments tonight. Let me have it.
No. I'm not gonna flame you or anything like that. But I do have some thoughts about the performance. But another title defense for Izzy, another name for the resume. I'm happy that he won. But I gotta say something though. And Damn Savage brought it up in the comments earlier, and this is something that I've been thinking about all day. Right now, it seems that Israel Adesanya is in that sort of GSP stage of his career, where he's like a dominant champion, right? But the fans, the majority of the fans look at his performances and are like, oh, he's just a boring fighter now. He's not the same and whatnot. And
you think people are turning on him?
I tell you what, I hear your point, because back in the day when GSP was fighting, I was like, oh my God, here we go again. like when GSP was like in the zone and he was fighting on a pay-per-view, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how it was. I respect him now, so maybe you're right.
Yeah, I got to see the second half of his title reign. So really for example, I saw there was a Koscheck fight. That was the first one I saw.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were, that one doesn't really count. A lot of people were happy because, people don't like Josh Koscheck.
Yeah.
But the Jake Shields fight, that was the one. I remember he got some flack for that one because that was a bit of a lackluster fight. A lot of people expected GSP to be more dominant. But going back to his other fights, I can see why people would see GSP in that way. I mean, he dominates. He dominates. He wins rounds clearly, but because he plays it safe and whatnot, a lot of people, they just don't find that entertaining. Mm-hmm. And I think for Izzy, he's getting a bit more backlash, in my opinion, because his attitude. GSP was very respectful. Carries that very honorable, very respectful. Whereas Izzy is, he's got that he's unapologetic. He's the type of guy who, talks a big game, and then we see something akin to, jabs, leg kicks.
Yeah, the problem with Izzy, here's the problem. GSP did not talk a lot of shit and then not back it up. Whereas Izzy is saying, I'm going to dazzle you, this and that. I'm gonna beat this guy in dramatic fashion, or whatever he was saying before the fight, and then goes in and just decisions to Jared Cannonier. I mean, he should have finished Cannonier. Cannonier is a guy that Izzy is so good at middleweight. And credit to Cannonier for lasting the distance. But Izzy said himself that he did not have his best performance. So you can't like lead up going into fight week, you know, talking all this smack and promising this and promising that and then not delivering. Fans are they're gonna make you pay for that.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you, by the way. Thank you for that. That's what the point I was trying to get to.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say that's why a lot of people are hounding Izzy on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, that can all change. Let's say, so the next fight is going to be Pereira. Let's say he finishes Pereira. I mean, all it takes is one spectacular performance, one amazing fight, and, you know, people sort of kind of forget about that, at least temporarily. But yeah, that's one of my thoughts on Izzy. If I'm being honest, yeah, he won clear. I had him winning 4-1. I did expect a little bit more. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. You know, he won.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. You know, it was the second greatest middleweight of all time, no question, behind Silva. But yeah, I did think that. I mean, looking at this matchup, I thought he should have finished him. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. If you're an Izzy fan, here's the thing: hold your head up high. If you're an Izzy fan, no matter how he wins, he's winning. And that's the important. At the end of the day,
yeah, like what can people say?
When your guy or gal retires,
that's true.
You look at the fucking stats and you shove it in everyone's face. You look at the title defenses, the championships, whatever the athlete has achieved on their resume, you throw it in everyone's face. So a win at the end of the day, it's a win, even if it's decisions. You look back at GSP, yeah, you see a bunch of decisions in that little pocket over there, but look how he ended his career. He beats Michael Bisping in UFC 217. Just crazy stuff. You know, like, we don't know how this story is going to end. Keep collecting wins, and then at the end of the day, you can just throw it in everyone's face.
Exactly. I mean, look at GSP now. Every time there's some sort of GSP related content, all the comments are praising it, like just nonstop praise. Whereas that wasn't always the case back then.
Yep. It's very true. It's very true. As much as we're being hard on certain situations on how he's handling it, the only reason why we're doing that is that's because we need shit to talk about. We need to break down every little scenario. It doesn't matter what we say. It doesn't matter what the media says, the haters say. Israel Adesanya, you won again. And Sean Strickland got flatlined. So Izzy won in all aspects. He may have lost at the press conference. He may have lost... You know, didn't finish the fight the way he said he was going to do it. But at the end of the day, he raised the belt up in the air. At the end of the day, Sean Strickland is fucking sleeping. And the advice that Izzy gave him, maybe Sean should have taken it. Everything works well for an Izzy fan here on Monday.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still happy. Like, even with all the hate that he's getting, you know, still winning. And okay, so, one more thing about Izzy. I want to ask Jesse something. Tell me something. After seeing what Alex Pereira did to Sean Strickland, how nervous are you for a fight between him and Izzy?
I think I kind of addressed this a little bit on Saturday night. Of course I'm nervous. I mean, the guy knocked Izzy out twice, and in MMA, you can use your kickboxing to your advantage, and he's a very proficient kickboxer. Not that Izzy's not, but, I mean, if we're going to go based off of the two, Pereira showed himself up twice in the past. Now, that was many, many moons ago. So the question is, does he still have that in him, or did maybe Izzy improve something in order to be able to capitalize on something against Pereira? But
yeah, he only finished him once.
But in my humble opinion, I'm fucking scared shitless. If there's one person in the division that I think is going to be a huge problem for Izzy, it's going to be him. And just seeing the Strickland fight, and I know Strickland doesn't even compare to Izzy. Not even a comparison, but just seeing how easy it was for him. It kind of showed everyone, because everyone was like, oh, he's a kickboxer, it's not MMA. I even was saying that. I was like, oh, that was kickboxing. You know, this is MMA, this is different. Izzy has a whole new level of skill. But at the end of the day, Pereira just proved us all wrong on Saturday night.
Guys.
He basically said, kickboxing, MMA, whatever you want to call it, I'm good, and I'm going to knock people out.
Izzy fans, be scared of Pereira. Yes. But you know who you should really be scared of? Khamzat Chimaev.
No.
That is the fucking guy.
I am more scared of Pereira than Khamzat.
I'm not worried about that right now.
I'm telling you.
Being honest. I mean, he's a welterweight right now. He should be more right now. Khamzat should be Khamzat's more focused on 170. I don't know who his next fight is going to be, but at this moment, I'm definitely more worried about Alex Pereira. Like, if I'm being honest,
You
I
gotta
don't want to ramble
remember,
on too much.
Khamzat called out Pereira, right? He's
He
like,
calls
I'll
out
fight
everyone.
that guy.
I mean,
but he will
true,
fight
but
that
I mean,
guy.
He calls out everyone.
What do you think Khamzat does to Pereira?
I'm not scared of Khamzat.
You think Pereira knocks out
I am-
Khamzat?
Yes.
Khamzat will drag him down and make him his bitch.
Pereira will knock out Khamzat before Khamzat even gets a chance to put him on the ground.
Jess.
1,000%.
I'm telling you right now, Khamzat would take
1,000%.
Pereira down.
No
Pereira's got
fucking
what,
way.
6 MMA fights? This is not Sean
Pereira
Strickland.
will knock his ass out the
Wow.
moment Khamzat gets close.
We agree. We disagree on that. Come on, what are we doing here, Jesse?
That's like everything else, Moss. We disagree on everything.
This is lunacy. What do you say, Mr. Unicorn?
Honestly, I haven't really been thinking about that fight, if I'm being honest. Chimaev versus Pereira. I've been thinking a lot more about Izzy versus Pereira. Specifically, so the way Izzy has approached his last few fights, you know, the Tory rematch, Whitaker rematch, and now against Cannonier, you know, kind of conservative-ish. I'm nervous that if he tries to take that same approach against someone like Pereira, someone who has proved that he can match Izzy on the feet, you know, beat him twice, a decision and a knockout, I'm scared, I'm nervous that conservative approach would cost him against Pereira.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, that fight against Izzy is the dream, right? The reason why the UFC brought this man in, because he is the Izzy killer. The reason why they brought Joe Duffy in for Conor McGregor, he was the Conor McGregor slayer at the time. Never played out, never worked out. This situation finally worked out. The Izzy killer has made his way up to the champion, and this fight is going to be marketed beautifully. And if you're an Izzy fan, yes, you should be scared, because Izzy's not shooting for a takedown here. Izzy's going to stand and bang with this dude. So the question to me is this: will there be a stalemate? Will Izzy fight this one smart? And will he be running, looking for counters, getting in, getting the fuck out? Like, what are we going to see with a guy like Izzy in this fight?
That's one of the things that's so compelling about it. Well, I mean, you would have to imagine that, you know, CKB, having prepared for a guy like Pereira twice, they've already gone it both ways. They went that conservative approach, and Izzy lost the decision. Close fight, but, you know, a loss is a loss. And then in the rematch, he went a lot more aggressive. He actually, in that fight, in that rematch against Pereira, he actually forced a standing gate count in that fight. Like, he almost had Pereira out on his feet, but then the ref stepped in, you know, and then they had the 8 count, and then Pereira came back and knocked him out.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I see it, it would definitely be advisable to mix it up. I know it's a cliche, you know, when it comes to predictions, people say it all the time, but I mean, it is true. I do think Izzy will do himself a massive favor presenting some sort of takedown threat against Pereira, you know, giving him something to think about. And specifically in order to deter that left hook of Pereira, that deadly left hook from finding its mark, essentially.
Yeah, that hook is nasty. When it hit Strickland, I mean, dude, he took his soul. That was crazy, man.
Jesus Christ.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I had Pereira's second round knockout, but oh god, that was brutal.
Yep. Well, we got ourselves an interesting future matchup. Hopefully the stars stay aligned and we can see this fight happen. And then if Izzy beats Pereira, that should shut the door on a lot of people. You know what people are going to say, though? Oh, Izzy's got to fight a wrestler and this. And like people are going to just say all this bullshit.
He already did, though.
Yeah, I mean, technically he did, yeah. But Michelle Pereira. What's his first name again? Alex Pereira. Alex. Yeah, all the Pereiras. I'm getting all screwed up here. He is a guy that has slept Izzy. He is in the MMA world now. Let's see these two giants go at it, and let's have some fun with this thing, right?
Let's fucking do it. You know,
Okay.
I'm gonna be scared. I'm gonna be nervous, but I mean, hey, I mean, it is what it. You know, in the words of Holloway, well, I'm very sad he lost. You know, credit to Volk, though. It is what it is. You know, if Destiny declares that this is where the title reign of Izzy is supposed to end, then, you know, let it be. But At the same time, there's always that possibility that Izzy will finally find that redemption. And I mean, the UFC loves their storylines. And I mean, let's be honest, it could be an epic storyline.
I hope Izzy loses to Pereira, and then they have Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya.
Oh,
that's what I want to see.
Oh my God.
That'll be Izzy's tune-up fight. Let's see that.
Sometimes
Let's
Moss
go.
says the most ridiculous thing.
I'm just touching my nipples thinking about it. All right, Comic Unicorn, we got to let you go, okay?
Of course.
All right, be good. There he is, Comic Unicorn. We got to let him go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Chubbs.
Izzy and Alex is going to be a boring fight. If you think it's going to be exciting, you haven't been watching. It's going to be leg kicks and jabs the whole fight. There's not going to be any swinging and banging.
I tell you what, man, Chubbs, if that is what we see, and that there are going to be fans going nuts. If we don't get fireworks in that fight that everyone's been talking about, the big lead up, the build up, bringing this guy in as the Izzy Slayer, and then they just fucking dance for 5 rounds. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, we got a bunch of calls here. All right, let me blast through these things here. What do we got here? Let's see. We got Tropic Tom. Tropic Tom, how's it going?
Oh boy.
Tropic.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, man? Oh, hold on a second.
Wonderful.
Got a donation that slipped in from Kainoto.
To truly appreciate Alex and the world of shit that Izzy is now facing, you should watch Alex's title run and then all his title defenses. The guy is a killer. He's there to win, doesn't care about all the glitz and glamour. Nothing Izzy can do.
Yeah, I don't have time for that, but I'll take your word for it. Hey, Tropic Tom, how's it going?
Not too bad. There wasn't anybody else you could pick up the phone for. I'm Captain Casual.
Oh, we got a lot of people on the line, actually. We got a lot of people ready to go.
Let me let you go then. Let me let you go. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
What do you got?
Well, let's see a couple things. I think Uncle Mike's a pretty lucky man.
I agree.
Whenever he has, whenever he wants to get his wife excited, all he's got to do is put on a cowboy hat and a pair of assless chaps.
That's right.
Now picture this. Imagine, and I know this will be hard, but imagine if your wife is just a rabid Izzy fan. What the fuck's a guy gonna do to get his wife's motor running if his wife's a rabid Izzy fan? That's what I want.
Oh, God.
What do you think? What do you think?
Grow a red beard.
Oh, is that it?
That's all you gotta do.
Smell like ballsy, right?
Grow a red beard, and then she forgets of the last style bender. It's over.
There you go. Another hard-hitting fight-related question. After watching the live stream, right? What I want to know, between the excitement of the NFTs and fight calling the Izzy fight, how many pair of sheath did Miss Moss have to swap out that show?
Come on. Only 5 of them. It's fine.
I gotta show you my Nick Diaz NFT, Tropic Tom. It's a UFC 47 KO TKO. This is a beauty over here, and this is our Strike NFT. This is our pride possession. By the way, I'm glad you brought up the NFT thing. I didn't realize this until after the stream, that if you're a gold member,
I said that on the show.
I know, but you were so into it, like I was tuning out, But I didn't realize that if you have a gold, if you unpack one of these gold ones,
right, you have access.
That's fucking cool.
To like club shit.
Yeah, like you can go to. I was watching some of the events during Fight Week. You have a gold like NFT. You show it on your phone. Next thing you know, you're eating fucking Franks and beans and having some free drinks.
With Dana White.
Actually, Shevchenko. It was with Shevchenko, actually.
I was just kidding. I don't actually think it's...
Yeah, Valentina Shevchenko is there. Chubbs would have had a heart attack.
Jesus, that's pretty good. I mean, you've seen the Austin Power movies, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be called a gold member, but
oh boy,
hey, if you get to eat with those guys, why not, right?
Tropic Tom is turning into the next 2 joints.
Tom, what are we doing?
I'm
here?
the next what? 2 joints?
The Dave jokes.
Two joints. 2 joints is a unique creature of God.
Yes.
That dwells up there in the pine
Dave...
forest of British Columbia and fornicates with the beavers and cooks up drugs in his mobile meth lab.
We have a Canadian Dave and now we have a Guam Dave Moss.
We actually 2 joints is on hold. We got him on.
We should get them both on.
He's on the horn.
Get the Daves on.
He's on Q.
Okay,
in queue.
So I'll tell you what. Like I said, I don't want to take up too much time. But you know, I am at you guys's. I'm your dancing monkey.
Okay.
So I'm at you guys' disposal.
Okay.
Do you want a little musical number here?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna dedicate this to Anne, but you're gonna have to help me out.
We'll see.
Are you ready?
Yeah. What do you got?
Oh, it's real simple. You guys can manage this. All you guys got to do is just repeatedly go bum da dee da dum da dee da dum da dee da dum da dee da. That's all you got to do.
You know, Jessie just
that-
left. She just left the studio. I don't know what happened here, but you're only Jessie just left. She's like, I don't know what I think. I don't know. I think she threw herself down the
Bore her to
stairs.
tears?
What's that?
Or she have to go? Did I bore her to tears? Or did she have to go swap her sheets?
All right. Let's get into this. So you guys sing a song for Anne? You said.
Well, I can, but I can also skip it.
Okay.
It's up to you. You got to give me the bum daditas. If you ain't gonna do it, I ain't doing my shit.
All right, let's go. Ready? Bum da dee da dun da dee da dun da 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 dun da da dun.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Keep going. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together?
I'm sorry. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? OU812. You there, bud? Going once, going twice. You're out. Call again. Shadow Dragon, we're giving you round 2. You there?
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My phone died. I'm like, damn.
That's all right, man. It's all right. What do you got on your mind?
276. Oh, good card. Good
yeah. So you liked it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What was your favorite part?
Let me pull this shit up. I'm pulling ESPN. My favorite part, my favorite fight out of the main card was Holloway versus Volk 3.
Holloway versus Volk. All right, so that was your highlight. Okay, so I'm assuming you enjoyed Volkanovski laying the smackdown.
Dude, he dominated every round. Max like, oh, we can't be. It's gonna be a good fight. I don't think he's gonna make it out of 3. Max, shut the fuck up. You just got dominated 3 different times. Shut up.
Yeah, Max Holloway. Boy, oh boy, that just fell flat for him, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. Max, shut up. Go to lightweight or something. Move a division up or something, or whatever. Let's see what else we got. Izzy and Cannonier. That was a good fight, but Izzy's performance was it's iffy. Cannonier. I had three rounds to Izzy and 2 rounds to Cannonier. Cannonier the first round and the 3rd round, and then I give Izzy the 1st, 4th, and 5th.
Okay. All right. So Canada did all right in your eyes.
Yeah, he got the 1st round for me and the 3rd round for me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Cannonier definitely overachieved. There's no doubt about it. I think it is a moral victory going the distance with Izzy. You know, that is a nice job by Cannonier for sure. Can't discredit that.
Mm-hmm. See what else we got here. O'Malley. Oh, Jesus. I was picking him apart in the 1st round, but the judges gave it to Cannonier or whatever his name is.
Yes.
And he's saying, "Oh, I'm the first person to finish him." Oh, shut the fuck up. Come on. Shut up. Run. If you want to talk that mad shit, run that shit back.
Mm-hmm.
Run it back. I was rooting for him though.
So you think they should run it back?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you want to see it again?
And then we got Cowboy retirement. Oh man, I was not expecting it.
You thought he was gonna. So even after being finished, you thought he would be like, okay, one more ride.
Yeah, I was gonna say give it one more ride. I was gonna say do the trilogy since it's 1-1 now.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Off from the card. All right. So we're gonna go from the card to Charles Oliveira. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but so he said, all right, in the interview, I think last week for 276, he was saying, oh, he wants to fight Conor. Like he was talking about Conor a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, when was this? I don't know.
Yeah, he's been talking about it a lot. Yeah, a little too much.
Yeah, so he said that he's like, fuck Conor. I want Islam in Brazil. But I was talking to my buddy about it. I said, I can kind of see in the Brazil part, but I kind of just sign the papers. Just do it in Abu Dhabi. Islam versus Charles Oliveira for the lightweight belt. Just do it.
Yeah.
But he said if he beats Islam, he's calling out Khabib.
If he beats Islam, he's calling out Khabib. I mean, that would be a boss move. That really would. Charles takes out Islam and then gets on the mic and finds a way to put together the words, Habib, you're next. Like, that would be the shit.
That's so retarded. Khabib's not coming back.
No, but that would be badass.
Dude, Khabib, oh, I just beat Islam. You're your guy. Now it's your time to, oh my God. That would be some shit.
I want to fight your ass. Do a Nate Diaz. Cut a Nate Diaz. Yeah, I'm in. Jesse's not, but I'm in.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I would say, Khabib stays in retirement. Don't come back.
That's most likely the case. Considering he's in the Hall of Fame and everything like that, pretty sure he's done.
Yeah, don't come back. Please don't.
All right. Well, listen, we gotta let you go. Do you have any songs in you? You missed Tropic Tom sang, and we had to cut him off. I couldn't take it anymore.
You cut him off while he was singing?
It was bad.
Well, I don't. I'll sing, so I don't do that stuff.
You don't have a song for us? Okay. All right, we gotta let you go. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Yeah, he did sing, but
Really good?
he had a very nice voice. It was a soothing voice. It was just
So why would you cut that off?
my cheeks were clenching up.
Your ego got in the way.
No,
Moss.
it wasn't that. I was just like, I don't know. I just felt like I was in one of those 9/11 planes. Kainoto, is he calling in? Is this for reals? Is that Kainoto on the line? Kainoto. This could be a first. I don't think we've had Kainoto on the phone lines. Kainoto, I see you flashing over there, but I don't hear you. Right? Are we doing anything wrong here? Kainoto. I think we are. Jess, you want to take a peek? Nope, he's out. All right, that didn't work. Who else? Who do we got here? Oh, here we go. We got Damn Savage.
Yo.
What's going on, Damn Savage?
No. So I think I got pretty much everything out on Saturday about the card, but I think other people saying that Izzy's boring. I think I know how to get him to be more exciting. Put JBM in his corner. Fucking yell at him. Goddamn time like she was.
No, Jesse would be giving him a hand job. She's not.
Stop it.
I don't think she'd be too smitten.
Moss is so jealous of Izzy.
Oh God! So you say you think you can help him get more amped up during a fight?
I can help anyone get amped up.
Okay. All right, Dan.
I don't know what she's on, but I'll take two. I need that type of energy.
You need that tiger life.
Fucking yeah. What the fuck are you doing, motherfucker?
How is your experiment going? You still clean as a whistle?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sucks.
How many days?
3.
3 days. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Now, I would imagine. Yeah, it's wild. So I would imagine, like, how many days before your body gets rid of, like, the alcohol? It probably is around 3 or 4 days, right?
I don't think it takes
Well,
long.
Here's the thing. I periodically take like 3 days off, like a month in a row. So my body's kind of used to it. So I think the next couple of days is when it's gonna get bad. I mean, I'm already starting to feel a bit nauseous.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So are you doing anything? Is like, are you like ferociously masturbating now? Like, did you amp that up, or is there anything else taking its place?
No more than normal.
Oh, okay. That's what I would do. I would just constantly masturbate until I have nothing left in my sack, and then I just will find something else to do. I don't know, but that's
keep
good.
drinking
Man.
that water, man. You gotta make sure you stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, that's important. So
that's right.
Fucking Volk said he's down to fight Cejudo, but the fucking fans need to fucking start shouting about that shit if they want it.
Yeah, well, the Cejudo running around the back, it's just like, gosh, let's just get a fight. Let's figure out what's going to happen, and then let's have some fun with this. I feel like, isn't it getting a little annoying or no?
Well, has he been in the pool long enough? I think he just re-entered.
Yeah, he just got in, apparently. I don't even know for sure, but apparently he's in the pool.
Him and Aljo have been talking shit together.
Yeah, like shit talking's not fun unless there's a good chance of them fighting, you know. And it's like I feel like everyone he's talking shit to, it's like it's almost a joke now.
Kind of becoming the Dylan Dennis.
Yeah, it's annoying. It sucks because of everything that he's achieved. It's like flying out the window because of this nonsense that he's doing, you know.
Yeah, I wish I would just book him already, but whatever.
Yeah, we got to get something going, for sure. For shizzle. It seems like everyone wants to fight him, so.
For shizzle, my nizzle.
So, Ian Gary, what do you think about him after Saturday?
I have no thoughts. Like, he looked pretty fast. His striking looks like it's gotten better. But I still need more info. I don't know. Just, did you pull anything from Ian?
Moss just doesn't like Ian Gary because Chris Curtis doesn't like Ian Gary.
No, I've been shitting on Ian Gary from the very beginning.
I was just making that up. I actually don't know.
Or maybe it's just people named Chris don't like Ian Gary. I don't know. But I can't get on it yet. You would think he's Irish, ole ole, but I don't care.
Yeah, but he's kind of cringe on a mic.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't do it
but
for
I think
me.
Shavkat's going to fucking just put him on the ground and have his way with him.
Well, they aren't they teammates?
Are they?
Yeah, I think they're teammates. Isn't he Sanford? Shavkat? I think he is.
Lucky for Ian Gary then.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. Help me in the chat, but I'm almost positive Shavkat is Sanford, so it's going to take a lot for those two to dance. Shavkat's scary. That guy's really scary.
Yeah, and the year KHAMZAT wants Pereira.
I think that's great, man. Just go out there and call, because you know KHAMZAT would take a fight. Imagine if that happens. Could you imagine like Izzy's like, you know what, I want to take off for a little while, and Pereira wants to get back in there quick, and they link up KHAMZAT versus Pereira. That's wild. I would watch that.
Hell yeah, they could do it. I mean, Izzy did go all 5 rounds. Who knows? He might need a long time to heal up.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. And KHAMZAT's trained with Strickland a bunch, so I guess KHAMZAT wants to go in there and. Or what about this? Ready for this, Drunk? The unranked Chris Curtis comes in and saves the day, knocks out Pereira.
There you go.
Let's go.
Moss,
and then fights Izzy.
Damn Savage, you don't sound too confident about Chris
Oh,
Curtis.
come on, you know Chris beat him, right?
Hell yeah, I'm down with Chris Curtis.
That shit's not going to hit the ground. Chris would take his head clean off. Could you imagine?
It's not going to happen.
Could you imagine though, like old joke, like say somehow the stars lined up and Chris worked his way up and he fights Pereira and he knocks out Pereira. Like he comes back into the gym and what he would say to Sean Strickland, like that Sean got flatlined in the first round and Chris could always hold this over his head.
Like, hey, what happened, buddy? That guy was easy.
Yeah, that'd be something else. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens at middleweight. We'll see if it gets a little more interesting though.
Yeah. I had something else. What was it? Oh, goddamn. Cowboy said he thought about retiring before the Conor McGregor fight. He kept sticking around for all the wrong reasons.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah. I put a few stories up on Twitter.
Okay, we got to check it out. The Twitter section. Follow the MMA-Holes, at the MMA-Holes. Check out the twits. Check it out over there. All right? Trying to get a hold of Jalen Turner. I can't get his... Well, then again, it's 4th of July, so I'll give him a pass because of the holidays. But I need to get Jalen on. He's my next victim. Okay. What were we talking about? We talking about something. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, check out the news. Just sniffing my arm. All right, drunk. I mean, drunk. Dan, can I call you something else? I can't.
Damn savage, Moss. Get it right.
Oh, God.
I told you the turns, motherfucker.
I can't. I
You gotta
can't
shave
fucking.
some of your beard off.
I need.
Do your new style.
I need a name that sticks. And damn savage. Savage is. It just doesn't
sticks. You
stick.
just have to fucking try, Moss. Not. You can't just have
Well, why
everything
not just
revolve around what
savage?
you want.
Why not just savage?
Well, here's the thing, Moss. You kind of pronounce it like a little bitch. So put a little bass in your voice, like "Damn, savage."
That does not sound like.
Damn, savage.
Damn, that sounds like you're fucking your cousin. Damn,
My
savage.
cousin's all ugly.
I mean, Jesus, come on. I don't know. It's crazy. I can't get it. Fred Savage. Can I call you Fred?
Fred works.
Sean goes Fred Savage. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. What if we call you like? Can we just like completely change the name, like Horseshoe, or like I don't know.
Horseshoe.
Like I don't know. Give me a name, Jesse.
Damn
Like,
savage.
SpongeBob. How about that? What about SpongeBob? Would you mind that?
No, it's copywritten.
Okay. What about let me think of something here. Rhino darts.
Did you just see this on the trending for Twitter, Moss?
What?
6 dead and 24 injured in a shooting at the 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois.
A shocker. It's in Illinois. Shocker.
A shooting at a 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois, about 20 miles north of Chicago, has left at least 6 people dead and 24 injured, police say.
It's a mess, man.
A person of interest in the shooting has been taken into custody without incident, according to local authorities. This timeline consists of live updating tweets.
Wait, this happened
may
already.
include
When did this
graphic-
happen?
This is just, it's trending now, Moss.
Yeah, but didn't it happen?
This
I
is
thought it happened
trending now.
It happened earlier today.
Oh, it happened today? So this is another Illinois situation?
Yeah. Eyewitness
A.
footage
Place a
captures
mess.
the moment the 22-year-old person of interest in Highland Park, Illinois mass shooting that left at least 6 people dead was taken into custody.
All right.
So they caught him. That's why it's
Is that the
Oh
guy?
my God. Robert Bobby E. Cremo, a person of interest.
Look at this guy.
That doesn't mean he did it. He's a person of interest, so they could have it wrong.
Dude looks like an animal. He looks like some sort of fucking thing in a zoo.
Parade? Why the fuck would you shoot up a parade on Independence Day?
Jess, if you look like that, you would be shooting people too.
Why would you shoot up a school? Why would you shoot up anything? They're fucking assholes.
Imagine looking like this guy.
Oh my God.
This guy looks like he looks like an ostrich. He's half man, half ostrich. All right, let's.
Ma,
I don't want
6
to.
people died.
Well, listen.
He's a piece
I
of
want to be
shit.
clear, this man is
God.
considered armed and dangerous and on the loose. I would likely not be sharing the name or photo of a suspected mass shooter if it
He's
weren't
an
for the
island boy.
fact that the police actively need help finding this man on the run. Oh my
crazy.
God.
All right.
Are
Well,
you
listen.
fucking kidding
We got a
me,
bunch of
man?
people on the line over
It
here.
never fucking ends.
All right,
I'm
let
sorry.
Drunk
I
have
don't
his
mean to get all
time.
political. I just saw it like right
Yeah.
there.
Finally, I just like to say shout out to Sam Alvey. I saw a tweet. His little baby's sick. So
Who?
thoughts and prayers.
Who's baby
Sure.
sick?
Sam Alvey.
Sam Alvey.
Aw, what happened?
I don't know. He put out a tweet that got sick and had to be taken somewhere.
Aw, I'm all right. I'll send my prayers for Sam Alvey.
Yeah,
Poor
hopefully that baby gets better.
On the account, so.
Aw, man.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna fly. Hold on.
I hate when it's the babies, man.
I'm gonna fly over there and help the baby. Hold on, Jesse. Whoosh. I'm coming. Shh. I'm flying to Illinois first, Jesse. Sorry. Anything else, Sean?
Was it the baby he just had?
All right. Damn, thank you. Call him drunk again.
Was it the baby he just had, Sean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh no.
All right, hold on. We got 2 more people on the line. Let's take these quick ones here before time is. All right, you're gone. So Josh Ibram, you're gone. There he is. 2 joints.
Dave.
2 joints.
Canadian Dave.
Chris and Jesse, how are you guys doing?
Wonderful. How's it going? 2 joints.
I'm hanging in there, Chris, but I kind of watched you get shit kicked by your wife there, but I've got some backup for you.
Thank you.
Hey, Chris, how many times a day does Jesse leave the lights on in the house?
Too many times.
Do we need to bring,
What? I've been doing really good
bring that
lately.
up, or?
I tell you what, 2
Oh,
joints.
wow.
I tell you what.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Chris.
Yeah.
I had kids when I told them a few times they would remember to turn the lights on.
I know.
Excuse me.
It's an excellent lesson.
Allow me to interrupt. I've actually been doing very good lately about turning off the lights behind me.
She
You've
leaves-
not had to ask me once.
She leaves TVs on. She
No.
joins TVs.
No, I don't. I turn the TV on for
Chris,
Ellie.
Yes.
Chris, I don't know how you're supposed to eat at these family functions or in a home style restaurant if you're not allowed to chew. I mean, maybe Jesse could take a little piece off a Twizzler and stick it in her left
He
ear.
is
or right
allowed
ear,
to
and then
chew.
You could chew in peace and privacy because really that's an abomination. If
He
you
is allowed to chew,
mean,
but not like a cow.
Today
like,
I was chewing
Jesus
on-
Christ! Like you can chew your food with your mouth closed for once.
What was I eating? A burger or something?
He was eating.
And she turned around
He
and
was eating
stared at.
hash browns with his burgers.
She gave me a
But
look.
in
She didn't say
fairness,
anything.
and he knew because he stopped very quick. He pops them in his mouth and he goes.
I was just eating.
See, Chris,
And I'm like,
Chris,
what
we
the
can't
fuck?
even have it. We can't even have a civil discussion with her because she's just gonna ram a fucking anvil in our balls. So let's move on. Let's move on to Izzy.
So
Izzy is
ridiculous.
a pompous, fucking asshole athlete that literally just proved what professional athletes can be like. He stood in front of those people and said, "You can't do my job." I just think it's fucking rude.
I think so too.
Like whatever. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. Like, and do you think everybody in that room would want to be him? Like, fuck that noise, bro. Like the guy is the opposite of masculine. I grew up playing hockey and watching real men fucking act like men, and now these days it's a fucking ring around. You don't know if the guy's coming out in a fucking a neon colored fucking outfit or what. Like, let's keep shit masculine and manly instead of all this other woke fucking bullshit, bro. Maybe it's just me, but like I'm starting to lose respect for these pompous UFC fighters because I'm telling you, NHL fucking dudes, they play 84 games a year, and the fighters in that league, they probably fight a quarter of those games, so 25 fights a year, they probably only make maybe a little under $1 million or a little over. But I mean, if you're making that kind of money, why be a pompous ass, right, Moss? I'm totally with you on that.
It's
know what I'm
bizarre.
saying?
So people are writing articles that may be disrespectful. They're writing articles that may be off the truth, right? You address those things. You call the people
Well, sure
out. You address them.
That's like.
But to say you could do someone else's
Okay, Moss,
job. Good.
Moss, you just hit the nail on the fucking head. I just dealt with a no-legged fucking little asshole a bunch of times last week because he was calling out my brother and my brother's wife. So he got the nuclear DEFCON situation from Canada, man. That fucking Dunhill chip buddy fucking malt vinegar breath little fucking asswipe in a fucking chair. He listens to Footloose while his fucking carrier changes his shit bag, the little cocksucker. He's got no business talking about you and Jesse like that. He hasn't even fucking blocked me, man. I'm gonna light his fucking life up until he does, because that's fucking bullshit, man.
Wait, who are you talking about?
He's just jealous. The fucking the autistic James Corbin little fucking lookalike maggot. That fucking MMA fucking poo-poo.
Oh.
Cocksucker.
Yeah, we've been getting some
motherfucker saying shit about Jesse. Oh, she doesn't. And a fucking 40-year-old fucking blah blah blah.
I saw.
He's a fucking victim of fetal alcohol syndrome. Him and his fucking hairy fucking lip mother fucking and her husband got drunk the night they fucked and made him, man. I hate people that disrespect you guys, Chris. I'm so mad right now.
No, don't. Two joints. Easy. Listen, this guy, this kid, I should say, he's a kid. He's a mess. He's a total mess. I actually listened to a little bit of, someone sent us the clip of, apparently there's someone chopped up a bunch of clips of him ripping on the MMA-Holes. He was getting riled up. He was getting riled up by the chat, but people were saying like lies about what we said about him, and he was believing everything.
Someone even came into the chat as our name, and he's like, "Oh, MMA-Holes are in the chat," and it wasn't even us.
He thought while we were live, he thought we were in his chat trolling him. The dude is retarded. So, and he was saying these things that were so. I asked Jesse. I was dying laughing. I could not. And I said, I want to do a stream and just listen to this on air and let the people hear it. But Jesse, she kind of nixed it. It's so embarrassing by him.
It's so pointless. Like, he really made a fool of himself. And I think what was more cringy is that, like, whoever made this video thought that he was looking great, but they don't realize he looked fucking
They
retarded.
literally sold out their own guy by making that
Yeah,
video. I was like,
so
dude, this
I was
guy.
like, you know what? Just let it be, because
Yeah, so
Okay,
we
well,
just ignore it now.
no. Okay, well, I'll take you guys' advice and I'll let it be. But if I hear one little fucking pip smack out of that fucking piece of shit, I'm gonna go loose. Because you know what? I love you guys, and big shout out to my buddy Damn Savage, man. He's putting in some work right now.
Yeah.
And anybody that fucking disrespects his flow either with what he's doing, they can get fucked with AIDS with a cock in their fucking mouth, bro. I'm standing up for people that I care about. You guys, I haven't seen my niece in about 2 months, so I'd like to get that fixed when I get my Wi-Fi together. Because she's a beautiful kid, and I miss you guys because I'm nuts and I don't have very many friends, and you can obviously see why. But the ones I'm close to, they understand the fucking vibe. So
I could just hug you right now, T-Joints.
no, I don't want to hug you. You're married. You're my buddy's fucking wife. That wouldn't happen even in real life.
It
Jesse.
can't
I'm a
be.
man.
It can't be like a friendly hug. Women.
Nope, not
I
on
don't know
the
about
internet.
men,
You're my
but
buddy's
women
wife.
friendly hug. Like they hug and it doesn't mean anything. It's just like a hug.
Oh, when you divorce Chris, fucking 30 years from now, give me a call and I'll give you a hug over the phone.
Okay, I'll be sure to do.
Shout out to all my buddies in the chat, Chris.
All right,
Damn
Two
Savage.
Joints.
I'm awfully proud of you, Damn Savage, my buddy.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, me
The best.
See you guys later, Chris and Jesse. Love
All
you all.
right.
Bye.
There we go. 2 Joints coming in. Thank you for the calls, guys. You guys see Jesse's leg right now. This is, if you wonder, she's working behind the scenes. She is so enthralled by our show.
I'm actually very. I've been listening.
But no, but show him what you're working on right now. Show him what you're working. That's happening right now. So as you guys are calling in, she is literally drawing all over her legs.
But I am listening. In fairness.
Super chat.
Super chat. What do we got here?
I
Red
want to thank Tropic Tom. I haven't walked in years, but hearing his voice finally made me get up to turn off the volume.
Wow. Thank you, Red Lip.
Wonderful.
Here's Tropic Tom.
I sent Damn Savage a mixtape of me singing to D-Rest's greatest hits. He'll be drinking again soon.
Wait, did you really? Is that true or is that a joke? Oh my God, Tropic Tom singing like D-Rest's like mixes. Now
Is
that's
he really?
something. If that is true,
Oh, we gotta make a bit out
now
of that. Moss.
there's a segment right there. If that is true, I don't know. Shout out to D-Rest. Shout out to Tropic Tom. Shout out to Red Legs. Everyone that donated tonight, thank you so much. Everyone that hit the like button, thank you so much as well. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time tonight. We spoke about a lot of stuff. If there's anything that you didn't get off your chest in the chat, or if you want us to see for sure, go to the comment section down below. Hit the like button. And speaking of like button, we got the likey goals.
Let's go.
On a Monday night, hitting the goalie goes. Let's take it into the evening.
I got the goals. I got the goals. We hit the lock. We hit the lock. Goals. Goals. Lock it goals. We got the lock. Lock the goals. Slap the likes. Slap the like button. It's time to likes. I slap the like button. We hit the goals. We hit the goals. We hit the like. We hit the like goals.
What the fuck?
You did that both times.
I am here. I am over here.
No.
What is going on?
You went like this.
No.
Yes, you did.
All right, I'm gonna
right
go
into
replay.
my arm.
I went into your. You have like fucking crazy wild noodle arms. What the hell?
I fucking can't. And the best part is, Moss, I have no wine left, so I haven't had any wine tonight. This is just pure your autism. I fucking can't.
Yeah? My autism.
You went like this.
I am. Look, I'm even blocking. Did you see? I'm legit blocking.
No, go to the very beginning when it first started.
Look, I'm blocking you.
Wait, very beginning.
I don't want to sit through the whole fucking thing. Oh, come on,
watch
guys.
this is when you first get hit. Watch. Your arm is in my space, by
On
the way.
a Monday night.
Here we
hitting
go.
the goalie goes.
This is when you first get hit. I'm on my chair. My chair.
Let's take it into the evening.
You dive
Take it into the
your
evening.
head into my arm.
What's your arm doing in my
Dive
space?
your head into my arm.
Okay, hold on. Let's take it into the evening. All right,
Watch.
all right.
Your head's
Your
all
arm
the way over there.
is in my
Oh,
chat,
wait, your head's
my
all-
space.
Your head's all the way over there, and then boom, you just dive right into my arm.
Jesse, this is my chair space. This is where my head belongs. Take it into the evening.
Watch this again, Moss. Boom. right into my arm, and then watch. Hold on, this is literally right after.
What the fuck?
Literally 2 seconds.
You can't be in my space. Now I'm blocking.
No.
Now I'm playing defense, okay?
Now I'm in my space. Now,
I'm playing defense.
Now I'm in my space. Okay, it's going.
You're coming in again.
No.
You're looking for more action
No,
here.
I'm not. I
Watch.
didn't hit you.
Okay, watch. Hold on. We're going to get closer over here. Okay? You are legit looking for another. Look, watch your elbow. Watch it.
I didn't
Here
hit
it comes.
you. It didn't even
Look,
touch.
wait, what is. Where is it?
I was slapping the like button right here.
Your elbow was coming for more ear.
It was right behind you. It didn't
And
even
luckily,
touch
my
you.
head movement was on par, so I was able to get.
It didn't even touch you.
Now I got a concussion, Jesse.
Okay, here we go. I'm in my space.
Okay?
I'm in my space. Still in my space, Moss.
I'm looking over. Now I'm worried. Now it's like
Now you dive your head into my arm again.
No, I was dancing.
I was in my space, and you're bobbing your head around like some fucking weirdo. You did that.
You crazy bastard, you. You have mental problems.
You did that.
You're like, you're
No,
like
I
trying
wasn't.
to carve my
You're
head
like
up.
this, bobbing your head around. Of course it's gonna hit somebody.
She is a fucking loony. All right, let's get out
Don't
of here.
make me, Moss.
How dare you invade my safe space?
No, I will. I will.
Who is right? Let us know in the comment section.
Jess is creating cheat notes for the drawing events on the next Jackbox.
My cheat note.
Probably.
My cheat note.
Now that I got a concussion.
These are my cheat notes for Jackbox, guys. My cheat notes. Anyways.
Earth, Jesse. We gotta take this thing down.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to our sponsors, Head Rush Sheath Underwear, CBDX, UFC on ESPN Plus, and Undisputed Belts. Promo code MMA-Holes. It's MMA-HOLES for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products. We will be live again on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for TGIW. Make sure you join us. Hit the like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And as always, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.